What's up? What's up? What's up? Wide awoke tonight, y'all. I ain't got to worry about it. Wide awoke tonight. Matter of fact, I was just about to open that email. I just looked down and saw that you sent me an email, and I was literally just about to open it on my other phone. That's crazy. Oh, Trip C's in the building. I think she's still on the road right now. On the road again.
I am.
Yeah, I'm wide awoke tonight. I slept all day, so and I want to apologize for falling asleep. I've been tired the last few days, but I'm well rested. Well rested.
I just came up
Yeah,
to say hey to everybody.
yeah, I'm well rested. And like I said to everybody, I apologize. Um, so I was still rolling for 3 hours after showing the table.
Man, they came and got me. Nick was in the chat last night. Bro, you sleep?
Yeah, I might
Bro.
have my phone probably fell off. I woke up and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I came up and ended the live.
Yeah, well, I'm well rested today.
Yay.
And there's no kids here tonight. My sister got 'em. My sister
I
got all
got
my
my
kids.
meds.
Yeah. Oh, well, go. That's good.
Hey,
Wait, you on the
bougie.
road with them things? You ain't driving,
Well,
is you?
not right this second. No, I stopped. I told you I ate something yesterday and it didn't sit right with my stomach. When I get like that, I can't do too much.
Shit, I want a hot check. Mary is my banker. Uh, Octa, Octo
Octo
Beach.
bitch.
You funny as hell. Seven, what's up?
When you ended the live, my life ended. Ain't nobody studying you.
Y'all just over here on Slap channel. Oh my God, Farrell
What
is.
is you doing over there?
I was on the panel saying what's up.
Uh,
Um, young Farrell is telling his son about how he's going to get Gold Beauty executed. I'm like, and he's trying to say she's a child abuser. I'm like, you don't realize what you saying to that
you
boy
know,
is literally
telling children
child
stuff
abuse.
like that is actually
Yeah,
child abuse.
right. And you recording yourself doing it, doofus. Hold on, let me open this email that
Ah, Mr. Judge.
Manny hit me up.
What he want?
He was just like, you know, he don't want to be a part of this whole thing anymore, and
Of course he
people
doesn't.
keep him out of it. He's disappointed. And I was like, yeah, I feel
You
you.
can't stir up shit and then say you don't want no parts of it. You can't bring a bull in the field and then say you don't want the fertilizer. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna respect his wishes, and just you don't want to be
Shit,
a
you the
part of
only
it,
one.
then don't, then that's your decision.
I
Hold
don't
on,
know
my
about the
sister
rest of them content creators out there, but you about the only one that's gonna respect this decision. Cause everybody,
Marianne,
huh?
Marianne live right now too, but she did it members only.
Of course she did, cause she trying to drive her numbers back up.
Yeah, but I
Don't take
hope
her
she
like
know that somebody you don't think that people are going to join to be members and get it. I might fuck
man,
around and
that's
grab
not
it.
hello. That is the
Hold on, I
that's
might fuck
the
around and go over there and get this new
cornerstone of
video.
content creating.
Right, I want to see what she's saying. I'm gonna hold on. Let me go over there. I want to see what she's saying. I
Bougie,
might.
one of the working theories is that they all in it together. Hey Tavares.
Let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
It all just gets too convenient.
Join for 3.99. Should I join to get that?
No, it ain't worth it. And somebody that's already a member tell us what's going on, cause that's some bullshit.
Right.
And that's why
Um.
she got it at $3.99 so she can sit over there and stutter and lie and tell nobody nothing, and then people can get mad because they paid for it.
Right. Well, if she doesn't by tomorrow, if nobody has the video by tomorrow, I
Man,
might.
she that live ain't gonna be up by tomorrow. What is you talking about?
You said the live ain't gonna be up by tomorrow.
No, she gonna finish that shit and take it down. Soon as
No,
somebody
it is
start doing
over.
commentary on that motherfucker. Huh?
The live is over. It's over. And it's still up. But
I didn't say when she was gonna take it down. I just said she gonna take it down. Look, it
man, she
just
wants
ended, right?
another 1,000. Damn. Yeah, yeah. It just ended a couple of minutes ago.
Okay then.
41 minutes ago. It was only 20 minutes.
Hey, Bougie, it could be. I don't know. All I know is it all looks suspicious after a while. It could
Yeah.
be jumping at shadows, or it could actually be. I don't know. And particularly, I really couldn't care less. I keep my eye on the main prize, Leonard, bro.
What I don't get is what Malik is you was on a tour around YouTube. I understand that he be busy
Them
and you got
YouTube press junkies be getting to people, bruh.
but you was doing a whole tour. I just would expect somebody like Malik to come out and say something.
See, Dub P just said it. Kojo said she was muted a lot of it. Yes, she was muted because she can't even say what she really want to say online.
Oh
Y'all have to
wow,
excuse my voice. Yesterday was hell, and I was asleep half the day after that shit.
that's crazy. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in, family.
And look, if
Wait,
I ain't known you for about 3+ right now, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. If you
that's a fact.
if it's a shit, wait, if it's a tornado and you bust down in the middle of it with a parachute, I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
Right.
And
And Mr. Judge,
you could legitimately just be there with your little parachute. I still don't trust you. I don't trust you. You gonna have to earn it.
hey Mr. Judge, I saw that post. The picture that you sent me, I saw the post. Marianne put up a picture of her and her siblings.
Mr.
They don't. I
Judge,
thought they was. I thought some of them was her kids. But
hold on,
then I
wait a minute.
realized
20 minute live, probably about 10 good minutes of it muted, and she want $3.99.
I know that's crazy. I think don't it start at 1.99?
Big sis. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. 99, 199.
That's what I make mine 1.99. I'm like, damn, anybody. I'm not gonna charge people up for my goddamn channel like that. But what I do want to do is I do want to go up to that school and get some footage.
All I
I got I
know
got
is
I got the
Harpo.
new respirator mask.
Who that
Would you say
woman?
who?
Is your
What
name
woman?
Harpo?
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I thought you said, hold up, bro.
No, I said Harpo. Who that woman?
Uh, oh man, oh man. We had to do audio again tonight. I spoke to what's the name? He said he was
Trey.
he was trolling Lene for 24 hours. Trey, 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 funny as shit, bro. I was
They
like, oh
call him
wow,
Petticoat for a reason.
right.
But
That
see,
nigga
right
did not
now,
play.
like I said the other day, they in log cow territory. So a little trolling is part of the course.
Right, right. All right. So what video did I wanted to start with? Um, there's this one video that Lady Luck was playing that I don't think I watched it. She was sitting on the couch, and it was a bunch of bullshit. And I'm like, how the fuck did we not catch this? I'm seeing videos that I haven't seen. Like
Just
when I was
Trey
going
say
through it
that live.
earlier.
What live are y'all talking about? He say hour 25. Bruh.
That live was going for hour 20. She's saying, uh, Trey saying that he went 25 hours. Trey,
Oh,
Trey,
okay.
Trey, funny as shit. She started her channel too. I
Hey.
posted it.
And how long did I hound polite for when he first got arrested? Like a week and a half?
Great, because you had a right to, because you had so many people in your chat trying to tell you that this shit wasn't going to happen, and you was
Mm-mm.
telling
I'm
them.
talking about that 24-hour portion. We didn't shut that live down for like 4, 5 days
Oh yeah, yeah,
when I
yeah.
first got started.
I went
Like,
to
nigga,
sleep,
we
woke
just
up, she
taking
was still
shifts
going.
at this point.
Right, I remember that.
We was going off live to shower and eat and coming right the fuck back.
He said I
Yeah,
could
big
come to
sis.
just to be chill
He
with
fucked around and
it.
hit go live again after I came up here and ended it.
Yeah, I was half asleep. I was like, oh
And
shit,
nigga
I did
rolled over
it.
in his sleep and hit go live. Jada hit me up like, is Remy live right now? I'm like, no, that nigga sleep. He was like, he must have pocket live.
I gotta clean up this
Say, I
room. My
can't.
kids fucked up my room, my little computer room. They was in here fucking everything up. All right, so let's get started with this video. She titled it "Let's Talk with Marianne." Like she titles every goddamn video. Um,
That's whatever streaming software she used.
yeah, or that I was going to say, is she making up the titles, or are
No,
they
she
making up
just
the titles?
ain't made no title. That's what it automatically fills
Oh,
in.
it's the last one. Yeah, like restream. Okay, I get it. All right, so let's listen to what she got to say. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna drop down because I can't talk too long.
Okay, sis. Appreciate you.
I'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
Tomorrow, we're gonna do Zoom live. Our attorney, all of us, um, with Dr. Umar and his attorney. He got two lawyers. Two lawyers. Okay? We have an assistant with the lawyer's assistant. We have one attorney who is representing everybody, but he has some aides, like some other assistant lawyer, but we have one primary attorney. So he got two lawyers. So tomorrow is the sit down talk family. You know. Now, as much as you guys know I'm a busybody, they already told me from the gig they don't think you're gonna come in here recording anything. He made that clear. Like, and I'm like, whatever. I'm not stupid. I knew. Think of it as like a
Oop,
TV app
some
with a
commercial.
catalog component where I can choose on the road.
Hold up, we got a commercial.
I knew
Let me go back a little
you
bit.
can't go into some kind of me. So he got two lawyers. So tomorrow is the sit down talk family. You know. Now, as much as you guys know I'm a busybody, they already told me from the gig they don't think you're gonna come in here recording anything. He made that clear. Like, and I'm like, whatever. I'm not stupid. I knew you can't go into some kind of legal thing with no phone recording. So that's that. And I'm gonna come live. I'll probably do a live tomorrow. To give you guys blow to blow on how that meeting went. You know, I'm a little disappointed because that's not the route that I wanted to take. But uh,
And what I don't get is why are you guys having meetings? Like, I could see if it was like a divorce, like that's when you show up with your lawyer and she show up with y'all's and y'all sitting at a table and y'all trying to break down the assets and make negotiations. That's the only time I've heard of that happening. I could be wrong, but in a class action lawsuit like that, like you guys don't have any contact. Like, far as I know, they don't. It's not like y'all like a divorce. Y'all sitting at the table trying to negotiate what's happening. I've never seen that. It's his lawyer talk to your lawyer, and they do it through the courts or whatnot, or they just going back and forth. Just the lawyers going back and forth. When do they bring you in when they go talk to the person that you suing? I've never heard of that. You said both sides can't have the same lawyer. Is that what she was saying? I think she was just saying that he had two lawyers representing him, and they had their own lawyers. I think that's what she was saying. Hold on. Oh, there we go. But I've never seen like people sit down and like in a lawsuit like that, people just sit down and they have a talk or whatnot. I don't ever see that.
Um, yeah, the attorney did explain to me, even if the route was to go
That's
straight
it.
to court, you still gotta present. You still have to, legally approach the person. Um, I guess approach him. Sorry, family, it's late. I'm a little tired, but anyway, like I said, I will be.
You a little lion. That's what it is. You're a little lion. You stumbling, fumbling all over your words because you're fucking lying, and you know it.
Yes, approach him. Sorry, family, it's late. I'm a little tired. But anyway, like I said, I will be doing a live tomorrow or a video, I don't know. Just to give everybody blow to blow of, the meeting with Dr. Umar and his two attorneys. So I was on Messenger, connecting with Mr.
Right, right. Who said that? Them folks. You are absolutely right. She went from it being like this whole lawsuit and all this, like making it a major big deal, as if, oh, we about to take his dad's down. I got the donors gathered up and blah blah blah. To we're having a meeting to, oh, they don't want to take him to court, but I'm getting my money back. That happened very very quickly. Now, I had a case where I recently just got my settlement a few months ago, right? That shit took damn near 2 years. Like, I would hear back from my lawyer like once every like 4 or 5 months about what's going on. It's like her lawyer, she get hit back real quick. I'm like, damn, this shit is, when she was first telling me, I'm like, God damn, this shit is going by awfully quick. Very, very quickly. Said in the random bank though, right? She done brought up so many different banks. It's fucking ridiculous. The only way she could talk to the lawyers is if she is one. Hey, they can, but they have to sign a contract acknowledging that there. Hold on, this word is small shit. Acknowledging that there are. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that word is. I ain't even gonna say that. Relationship. Oh. I don't like it personally for nothing. Right? It don't make sense. No, she lied when she says I'm my mom. Right? I've never seen a lawsuit move that damn quick. I'm in an ongoing lawsuit and it's taking 3 years. Like, I've never seen something happen so fast. That shit happened within a week or two. And it's like, when she first said it, I kind of was like, God damn, lady, what lawyer you got? Who the fuck you got? Johnny Cochran? Ghost? She done dug Johnny Cochran the fuck up and brought him back to life or something? Like, what the hell? How the hell? Fuck who the fuck you call? Top Dog Law? JG Whitworth? Is my money and I need it now?
Messenger connecting with Mr. Honor because he has some accurate figures of how much he has raised. So I'm bringing that for our legal team for them to have because I told the Lord these are this man has done extensive um, research on Umar. So the legal team, anything that's evident, they take, they review, and they look at it.
That's a fact. She not once. You just reminded me to say that too, Mr. Judge. I was gonna say the same thing. Come to think about it, I have yet to hear this lady mention these folks. What's the lawsuit firm? What's your lawyer name? I've yet to hear any of that information.
Extensive um, research on Umar. So, the legal team, anything that's evident, they take, they review, and they
Facts. Them folks said even if you wanted to move quickly between the lawyers' calendars and the court calendar, there's no way unless you never filed anything and it's not actually in court. Right, because it doesn't make sense. You got to book court times, but her excuse was the people didn't want to take it to trial. They just wanted to have a sit down with Umar and negotiate, either get the money back or build the school. And then another excuse is, oh, the conscious community, you don't want to take him to court and blah blah blah. I'm like, damn, this is very convenient. These excuses are very convenient. But still, the lawyers had other cases. There's no fucking way a case moved that fast.
look at it. So while I'm on Facebook now, before like the messenger,
Yeah, who the
I'm
fuck you
talking to
ain't
Mr.
got?
Honor.
Fuck you ain't got Matlock. Do-do-do-do-do-do. She went and got Matlock on the case.
He's getting me the document and with the numbers and everything. I got a phone call. You know how somebody they could call your messenger,
Bougie
but
Barbie.
let me back up before I get into this. Now, you guys know that I visit other content creators' channel. I like to see what other people are doing. I don't just go to Mr. Honor's channel. I jump around. I like to see what the people are doing, how they're running, what their shows about. Like the other night, I was on the Lounge channel. Oh my goodness, just I love. I mean, when you guys get a chance, I think that was yesterday. I was on her. It was just beautiful. I mean, the show was tight. It was really lovely. So I go to different channels to see like what's going on and stuff. So tonight, um,
Marianne, I just want to know what is your problem with the letter S? I think the letter S did something to her and she refuses to use it. He got too lawyer. I go to other people's channel. Something about that letter S offends her. And I ain't even trying to be smart. That's what it sounds like. You said when is this from? Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, the lounge is funny as hell. Her husband is from Philly. I used to watch him when he first started. This is from. This was a month ago. This says this was a month ago. She's lying.
I knew that I sent Clarissa Shield a card. So I'm like, okay, they sent me ticket for the fight. So tonight I jumped on her.
Whoa! I remember this. Dark one, what's up? I remember this. I think this is the part where KKC says she threw Frank under the bus. Cooking with Frank. She said she sent her a card. Now, when she came up on my panel and we confronted her about that, she said Carissa came to her or something like that. I could be wrong. I could be. I'm paraphrasing. I could be a little off. But I do recall her saying that Carissa made contact with her first. Yeah, Carissa Shields. But she just in this video said that she sent her a card and then went up on the panel. And this is where Cooking with Frank allegedly got thrown under the bus.
So tonight, y'all knew that I sent Clarissa Shield a card. So I'm like, okay, they sent me tickets for the fight. So tonight I jumped on her channel because when I got the ticket.
Wait. So you sent her a card. How did you know where to send the card? Why did you send her a card? And she just sent you tickets right afterwards. There has to be some type of relationship going on, or you knowing her for you to send her a card and her to send you some tickets. That makes absolutely no sense because like I imagine how many cards she get from people fan mail, and out of you of all these fans that probably send her cards and stuff like that, she sent you tickets. Hmm, that's kind of odd.
Very lovely. So I go to different channels to see like what's going on and stuff. So tonight, y'all knew that I sent Clarissa Shield a card. So I'm like, okay, they sent me tickets for the fight. So tonight I jumped on her channel because when I got the ticket, I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. I subscribed to her channel. So
Real
she was
native son,
live.
what's up?
I got a notification she was live. So I jumped on her channel on her live and she was there. She's talking. Nah, fam. Y'all know I'm a busybody. Um, I think the first thing I chimed in the chat was like a hello family or something. And then the as she talked, you know how we comment in the chat. The second thing I timed, I said, I'll be front and center on the 22nd because they gave me tickets to the fight. And then the third thing, I kind of gave a mouthful because she's like, yeah, I needed to get on here because it's blowing up on YouTube, especially. My man's not here. Her man left. Papoose right here, and then this 50-year-old something man behind her giving deuce. Like, oh my goodness. And then this is me being busybody. So I
She said behind him giving deuce. What the fuck is deuce? Or oh, she trying to say chucking up the deuces. See, this is where I get confused when she talk.
said, you're beautiful, you're lovely, or you're beautiful. I can't remember which one I used. I said I think I said lovely. I said you're lovely. This is your year. You're a champion. Tell Papoose, get that divorce. The biggest honor a man can bestow on a woman is to make her his wife. Family. And then I hit it, and next thing I know, she's talking, and then the lie, like it disappeared. I'm like, oh my god, what happened? Did they get mad? They blocked me, and then I refreshed, and I went back. So I'm still on her page, but I couldn't see the live anymore. Partnering with Disney to tell you about Disney Plus.
Whoop,
I finally started watching
my
that
bad
TV show,
commercial.
Disney Plus. Which one? Wonder. Still on her page, but I couldn't see the live anymore. And I'm like, is that even possible? Like, so I'll probably ask Mr. Honor, is like, can they do like I couldn't see the live. So
They obviously blocked her ass after the comment, according to her. So she wrote a comment saying, tell Papoose to get a divorce and marry you, and they blocked her out of the chat, I guess.
if later on it pops up,
Said she want to be
we
young
got
and
this
famous.
comment on me. But so while I was touching base with Mr. Honor,
Twyla, peace and welcome.
17th, because tomorrow we meet with the attorney, she called me on Messenger. And I'm like, look at here, look at here. So you know, I'm busybody. I'm gonna answer this call. And I'm like, hey Clarissa, honey, I greeted her. She's like, uh-huh. I see you ha kikiing over there on Cooking with Frank. She's a fan. She on that man's channel. The first greeting, uh-huh. I see you ha kikiing over there with Cooking with Frank. So that means you on that man's channel to make that much observation. You notice me over there. Hey, listen, Cooking and Frank, that channel. I invite you all. If you have girls' night, you have like sometimes I have girls' night out.
Supposedly, the reason why Cooking with Frank was ever even bought up, and we gotta find this video. I gotta hit KKC up and ask him if he knows where to find that video. Supposedly, the reason why Cooking with Frank got bought up is because Marianne mentioned him, throwing him under the bus. Allegedly, Carissa didn't even know Cooking with Frank's name, but she knew about of the channel. And Marianne was, like, you talking about Cooking with Frank? Oh, he does the videos about you, and blah 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 blah. And that's why she got the tickets, allegedly. That's the story I got. 95 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button and to support the channel. Cash App, PayPal is at the top of the chat, or you can send a super chat. It's up to you. But her story not adding up. Well, again,
Love salmon. I love salmon. Costco give you these slab of salmon about the length of my arm. You know, a lovely dinner, not that cheap wine, that good wine. You sit with your girlfriend, you talk trash, put Cooking and Frank. That's you're gonna be laughing with tears in your eyes. That's laughter is the best medicine to the soul. Like I love his channel. He's like my unwind. Let me put me some Cooking and Frank. Who is he cooking today? So I said, Clarissa.
god damn, you can't say nothing right. You don't never say nobody name right. Is Leon Lemonade? I'm Rim something else. He said something else. And he cooking in Frank.
Uh, yeah, I'm new to YouTube. I kind of follow, I check what the different content creators doing. I see you. Well, anyway, let me let you know I'm with Papoose, and then family. She was moving with her phone. She's giving me my plant. She's giving me a tour of her bedroom. Oh my God. Y'all said she ain't got no furniture. Well, she got a
Them in
bedroom.
honor, all
Um,
that.
she's taking the camera. She's giving me a tour. She gave me a tour. You understand? Um So I kind of got dizzy because she was really moving, but she's giving me a tour. It's
That's what
clear
I
she's
think,
giving me a
Shadow.
tour. She's like, yeah. I see you over there, ha kicking with him. But report this. They all saying the Papoose is here. Report that. I said, Clarissa, you of all people know,
Rev
YouTube,
Run.
you kind of talking. People are talking, and you're just one of the hot topic right now. You know, but he's here. He's here. Okay, bravo, bravo. And she go, and I said, well, what happened? I was in the live. And went, well, you trolling, you trolling. I said, Clarissa, I said, I'll be there on the 22nd because she was talking about the fight. She's ready. She's hyped. Get your ticket. some of y'all that got ticket, I'm gonna take picture. She was just going on. I said, I'll be there. You guys gave me ticket, Clarissa. No, your other comment, which I just told you guys when I told her, um, you're beautiful. 2026, you're
Nah, I think she's switching up the comment and trying to say it was about that comment, but from what the story I got, allegedly, they were arguing over cooking with Frank. And that's where Carissa Shields got wind of cooking with Frank and got his channel taken. I don't know if he's back yet. John Craig, peace and welcome to the chat. Make sure you're hitting that like button. We'll be moving on from this shortly. But for right now, it's a hot topic. So, if you don't want to hear about it anymore, there's always the option of switching channels. But I appreciate you for being here.
here. You're beautiful. 2026, you're top apples. Get a divorce. The biggest honor a man can bestow on a woman.
You was at the fight,
Make him a
uh,
blank. So that's
Khalid?
when everything went blank. And it's like, I said, well, what happened? Well, next time, if you're not trolling, maybe you could stay and see a live all the way through. Trolling? How am I trolling? And I said, and then she goes, and I said, well, okay, Clarissa, um, you know, I'm wishing you two the best, but in the right sense and in the right way. Yeah, okay, okay, thank you.
Hold on. You said I'm still trying to figure out why would she? What did she give you tickets for? Like, you sending a card is not unless y'all had some type of relationship before you sent the card, or she knew you before you sent the card. Why would she send you tickets? Or you lying about them goddamn tickets? I don't know. You could be lying about them damn tickets. But Shadow says, have you ever noticed Rum TV folks in that section of the conscious community can't pronounce or announce words well? They like go out of their way to do it, and swear that they're smart. Yeah, I did kind of notice that. Hold up. Appreciate the super chat. TH God, appreciate that super chat. For diapers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's who sent it. Okay, okay. I appreciate that. THG, appreciate the super chat for the diapers. Yeah, that's most likely where it's going. It's most we almost out of that stage. We got two left. We got our last one is in pull-ups. No, our last one is in diapers, and then our youngest is in diapers, and the second youngest is in pull-ups. But I think our youngest is ready to get out of diapers because when she usually goes to the, poops or something, she takes the diaper off, and oh my god, it's so annoying because she'll run around the house. So first, you got to make sure she ain't sit on anything, and then you got to find out what the fuck she did with the diaper. So I think she's ready. We're about to buy her a potty, but yeah, we almost out of that stage. We almost there. Whew, I can't wait. But if anybody else want to support the channel, the Cash App, PayPal's at the top of the chat, or you can send a super chat. It's all appreciated. Rim, you can't know the truth. She switches from English to gibberish so much. That is a fact. That that should be a T-shirt.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Girl, she was all aggressive. I was like, oh my goodness, thank you. And
The
she
letter S is her kryptonite.
it's like report with Clarissa. So I'm waiting for her to tell me some news about her tattoo. She's like, Cooking and Frank report this. He a midget. He a midget. I'm like, huh? Like, I swear I can't make this up, family. I'm not.
See, this is where the conversation was like, you be over there with cooking with Frank, making fun of me, blah blah blah. Or no, Carissa allegedly said, you'll be over there on that one channel, Kikiing, and making fun of me and talking ish. And she goes, who? We're cooking with Frank? I'm cool with cooking with Frank, but I don't make the videos he do. And now she knows the name of the channel, and like a day or two after that, Cooking with Frank was gone. Coincidence? I think not, because Carissa didn't even know, allegedly didn't even know the channel name. Like she knew of the channel, but didn't know the name. And apparently, Cooking with Frank channel got yanked right after your conversation with Carissa, and why did she send you those tickets? Y'all, the way you talking, it seemed like y'all got some type of relationship or camaraderie of some shape or form, in some way, because you're sending her cards and stuff. How do you know where to send her a card? Umar got all Pan Africans. They can speak English. It's not a slight, but it's true. Yup, he knew not to give me no kids. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it. Bougie Barbie, you crazy. They just wouldn't stop coming. If you follow my whole YouTube career, you will see like every year I make an announcement. Yeah, she pregnant again, and they'd be like, God damn, didn't you just drop a baby? Yeah, I know.
I swear I can't make this up, family. I'm like, huh? Report that. Why don't you report that? You ha kick in with him. Report that. Report that. I said, Clarissa, I don't know if you know, but I'm 4'11". Everybody's taller than me. I mean, no, he 3 feet. I said, you don't even know the man. I know for he 3 feet. Report that. So family, I'm gonna reach out to Cooking and Frank, and if he is, he is. I'm a fan. Love me for Cooking and Frank. But you know why she mad with this man? This man called her Clarence. Like,
I think you're trying to do. I think she was trying to do damage control because she knew what she did. I don't know, man. It sounds like damage control because when I first heard this, I was like, wait, what does this have to do with anything? What the fuck is she talking about? And then, like a day or two later, I hear Frank channel is gone. So it sounds like damage control. 101 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Frank was over there setting fire to their ass with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Intergalactic rib tip. You know, I came up with the E5 Tune Day. I stay where my mama stay part. That was me who came up with that part. And when Frank came over here, I was like, hey, yo, Frank, use that. E5 Tune Day. I stay where my mama stay. Intergalactic rib tip. And he started using that. But he killed me when he said that intergalactic rib tip. He'd be like, oh, yeah, it's that time again, brothers and sisters. Frank was crazy. Frank was funny as shit. I hope he do come back. I hope he do make a comeback.
Frank thought you need to give her a new name. Yeah, she was just, that's the only content creator. She was just good. She's like, Cooking and Frank. You Kiki. Report that. He a midget. He a midget. He a midget. I'm like, okay. Okay. I said, well, Clarissa, you don't have a washing machine in
Ooh,
your home,
commercial.
then you absolutely need this one. All you have to do is hook it up to your
Why would no goddamn wash
I said,
machine?
well, Clarissa, wait a second. I'm wishing you the best. She was saying on her live how she feel like she's in the best shape she ever been. She's ready. The main conversation was the fight, and people were kind of responding to the fight. So I was kind of the oddball with the "It's your year, you're beautiful." Tell Papa, get the dude. Yeah, I said, yeah, you're beautiful. Um, 2026 is your year. You're the champ. Tell Papoose, get it.
Yeah, I think she lying because she can't even get what she actually wrote in the comment right. And it sounds like damage control. It sounds like she knew what was coming next. Somehow, some way, she knew that she threw Frank under the bus somehow, and she knew that Carissa was going to do something to his channel. That's what it's starting. That's what when you start to look back at all the lies and all the stories being made up. You start catching people's patterns. You start seeing the way they lie, how they talk, and I don't know, man. It sounds like damage control. I could be wrong though.
The biggest thing a man can bestow on a woman is to make him, is to make her his wife. And then everything went blank. I was like, so I said, well, okay, Felicia, it was nice talking to you. She's like, yeah, yeah, you recording it? You recording it? I said, I'm not that tech savvy. No, no, I'm not recording this. But honey, she gave me a tour of that room. She has a lovely, so I'm gonna report that, a lovely bedroom, state of the art. She got her some furniture. That room is laid out. That room is laid out. So that was that. That was my adventure. So tomorrow, um, we're appearing in court. Um, well, that's tacky. I was gonna show you guys the suit. You know, I'm wearing a pantsuit, my Ann Taylor suit. But I don't need to show that. But maybe when
Yo,
I
Kev, you
do
funny as shit.
my live, I'll probably do it from the courthouse or because we're not the courthouse. We're going to our attorney's office, all of us, and then they're gonna be Viva screening in, but so we're all are gonna sit in while our attorney present question and while his attorney respond to question.
His attorney present question. Oh my God. She worse than she. It's like they all got a pattern. Umar repeats himself. She can't say words with the letter S at the end of it.
And then he gets a chance to address all of us. He gets a chance to talk to address all of us. I got the braids going, and I told you guys I'm on a fit journey. I'm still on the working out. Family is coming along beautiful. Um, Next Friday, I'm gonna weigh myself for the first time ever.
Yeah, yeah, we about to flip videos because we really don't give a fuck about tales of Umari, Umari, Umari and live rant. Hell, y'all crazy. Yeah, we gonna skip to the next one because we don't give a fuck about what you wearing, lady. I'm sorry. Okay, so which one is we got? Which one is this one?
Feedback or anything.
Okay, I've never seen this video. It's called Let's Pause. And let me see how long ago it was. This video was 4 months ago. But I don't remember ever seeing this video. So we about to find out what the hell she said together. It says Let's Pause, and it got Umar as the thumbnail.
Hello, family. This is Marianne. Before I start this video, I was ready to go to bed, but I said before I start this video, I'm going to let you know on this channel, you're not going to see the fancy light. You're not going to see the fancy background theme. I can afford the fancy light. I can afford the fancy background theme,
Says she
but
got a
that's not
bachelor in
what we're
English.
doing on this channel. On this channel, it's freestyle. That's how I started my YouTube channel, and that's how I'm going to continue. It works for me. Um, when I come to you guys and I pour out my inner heart, when I come to you guys and want to have a candid conversation, I'm going to do it freestyle, Marianne style. The most polished body of work you'll see from me will be a feature film that I've produced, will be the Black Excellence series that I started for you guys, or will be an interview of someone that I think is worth interviewing. But um, when
Wait,
I'm
did she just
coming
clickbait us?
to talk to my family, it's going to be candid. It's going to be freestyle, Marianne style. So, for those that may have comment later on after seeing this,
All right, we gonna fast forward a little bit because we don't give a damn about none of them shitty ass films. I ain't trying to be rude or nothing, but if you go look at the views on the films, obviously nobody gives a fuck about them films. So let's fast forward.
which you could tell he's uneasy with anything back and professional with the slideshow. Well, my candid, my sincere feeling about this interview. I'm not holding anything back. And then to that podcast, I did.
Hold on.
You see, you could tell the
Hold on. That's also. Oh, this is when she was talking about the Danza, the Tony Danza joint. Um, yeah, fuck that. Nobody care about that neither. A message to Umar Johnson. Oh no, 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 that ain't it. That ain't it. That's Manny. Umar Johnson's donors investigation. Let's okay, here we go. Umar Johnson's donor investigations, and this was 2 months ago.
proper procedure, whether he has uh, uh, good evening, my YouTube family. Happy holiday. I think I shared with you guys. This is one of my favorite time of the year. Um, I'm just in a delightful mood at all times. I love the holiday. My roast is cooked and the table set. And before attending Christmas Eve service, I said, let me come and make this video. Um, the legal paperwork came today. All participants received their paperwork, and I'm not.
Now, you heard what you just said. The legal paperwork came today, but didn't hold up not one sheet of paper. Here she said, "Happy holiday." She did not hold up one sheet of paper. In this video, you cannot see her hold up not one piece of paper. It do be sounding like, and I noticed that a while back. I'd be like, yo, is it me or she's slurring? But she does not show not one sheet of paper. You just said you got the paperwork in the mail. Wouldn't that be something she would want to show? Like, look, y'all, this ain't no game. We taking him down. Here's the paperwork. As you can see, we got a summons and whatever's going down in the case. Here go on. Here's the paperwork to show it. I'm gonna put a screenshot. I'm gonna post a screenshot on my page or something like that. She did none of that, and we definitely let her slip by with that bullshit.
Said, let me come and make this video. Um, the legal paperwork came today. All participants received their paperwork, and I'm not.
All participant.
This is one of the greatest gifts um, um, I wasn't anticipating. Um, and before I continue, I'm going to say thank you for all of you who gave me birthday wishes. Greatly appreciated, meant the world to me. Thank you, thank you. I had a oh,
Hold on, we got a commercial. There we go.
great celebration. It's just the month of December has just been amazing, and it's coming to a close. Um, I like to take time and kind of regroup, reflect on the past year, and plan what's to come for the new year. So I'm wishing you all a happy holiday. But if I
See. I'm seeing the technique. I'm seeing the technique. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? Michael Smith, peace and welcome. He said in the name of Umar Intergalactic Rib Tip. Y'all see the pat? Y'all see what I'm talking about, though? I see the technique she uses. It's happy holidays, and I'm just so lovely and cheerful. And she reels you in with the sweet old lady act, right? Oh, I'm just an innocent, sweet old lady. I do no harm to anyone. I've been abused by Umar type energy. So when you get sucked in with that, all your common sense goes out the window about wait, where's the proof of all this? Because you sucked in by her being this alleged sweet old lady, because that's what she presented to you before she started with the lies. Because if you think about it, why is any of that needs to be said? Who gives a fuck? Said corn liquor and perk 30s. Do they even make corn liquor anymore? I know it's illegal up here.
But if I could get to the news, why I'm making this video tonight, I'm gonna wait till Christmas Day to make a short video just to wish my YouTube channel member a happy holiday. But the fact that the paperwork came today, I thought it was befitted to give the news real time.
Look, and she shuffled around some paper, but didn't show it. Like she's shuffling paper. You can't see it, but you can hear her shuffling around paper and making it seem like it's sitting right there. Oh, I got the paperwork right here, but she doesn't show it. Anything doesn't show anything. So I mean, that's something that you would want to show. You come to us with all this information every chance you get, but when it comes to that information, you never show the receipts for it. That's very strange. Very strange indeed.
Um, all the participants, like I said, um,
The
released
participant.
today. Plaintiff versus plaintiff donors versus Jermaine Shermack, known as celebrity name Dr. Umar Johnson. This is now an
Oh
official
wait. Listen to what she just said. Listen to how she just pronounced his name. Lady, you reading it. You called him Jabid Shumack. I'm pretty sure there's no fucking way you got the name Jabid from the from the word Jermaine.
versus Jermaine Shermack, known as
Jabid Shumack. That right there would that right there let me know that, lady, you wrote that shit down yourself and you didn't take time to find out his real name. You're going off of memory. She's pretending to read off some documents that she gave, but she doesn't show the documents at all. She doesn't show them at all. And then you said you said his name Jabid Shumack. Now I'm pretty sure if you saw the no, she said Jabid. Listen,
the notice today. Um, um, plaintiffs versus plaintiff donors versus Jermaine Shermack, known as the notice
Jabid.
today. Um, um, plaintiffs versus plaintiff donors versus Jermaine Shermack, known as
She said Jabid Shumack. Shumack. Now, some people do mispronounce the last name, Jermaine Shoemaker or whatever. But how'd you get the word Jabid from reading the name Jermaine? There's not the Jabid is spelled totally different. They hold different letters. This is what I'm saying. How the fuck did you get to Jabid? And you said that you can't say it was the lawyer's fault because in the last video we just watched, she just claimed that her lawyer has done extensive research on it. So I know the lawyer ain't getting the name wrong. Not in no court document. Not in no court documents. They are not getting no names wrong. How the fuck you get your B from lady? You wrote the shit down yourself, like you wrote a script, and you think you fooled somebody.
celebrity name Dr. Umar Johnson. This is now an official court matter. So I'm gonna elaborate to tell you guys how we got to this point, and moving forward, it's going to be um, a process. Moving forward, um, I'm not going to be able to, because this is an active investigation, to give too much detail, but uh, depend whether he wants to settle out of court or whether he wants to go to court. I will definitely plug my YouTube family on what.
Now she just told us that she isn't allowed to give in too much detail. Well, in her words, detail. She got a problem with that letter S. That letter S did something to her as a child. I don't know what that letter S did, but the letter S traumatized her in her childhood or something like that. But I want y'all to keep a mind on that. She just told you that she can't give you much information on it. Box wine. This nigga's crazy. Mojo funny as shit. If you can't give too much information on it, why did you give us so much information on it? And Trip C's, aka Tasha, she brought up a very good point. She still calls the man doctor. She still calls him doctor. Now that's still a level of respect. That shows that she still has some type of letter of respect. He said support group for traumatized S users. Oh shit. But blackout drunk mode telling his lies. That could be it. That could be it. But she sat there and told us that I can't give you too many details. And then the very next the video, you gave us the whole rundown. And I can't believe that I'm disappointed in myself because I let this shit slide when I knew something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right by how fast the case was moving. I knew something wasn't right when she said this shit. Said that's her boo. That's what I think too. I think she wanted her cookies crushed, and Umar didn't want to crush them, and it probably irritated her that he slept with that older woman in the movie and didn't give her none in real life.
What is going on. So, it's 40 of us. Now, the reason I'm part of it, yes, I did get a settlement, but um, they're using all my donation money to show that I was a supporter who did give um, donation and never received any receipt, and to backtrack to see if he followed proper procedure.
Now wait a minute, wait a minute. You know what I just caught? I just realized that nobody said. I didn't hear anybody say this. She said that she used that $60,000 to pay for everybody else's lawyer. But when she got caught with the fake check, isn't she saying that the check didn't clear yet? Or something of that something around that area? And if you use that check to pay for these people's attorney, right? Wouldn't your lawyer have that receipt? Why didn't you go to your lawyer and be like, yo, can you give me a receipt of or find a receipt from your lawyer saying, yo, can I, get a receipt for the money that I paid for the lawyer? And you said you got the money back. So you would have a check from the lawyer or another check from Umar's lawyer because you had to get your money back they had to pay for the lawyer fees allegedly. This shit makes no sense. Boot on the ground. Yo, y'all funny as shit. Yeah, she isn't Umar's type, unfortunately for her. Right. He probably used it for a couple of dollars. It probably wasn't no donation money. It was probably just her giving him money, thinking that she was gonna get that Shango. And he wound up not giving it to her. Said Umar hit that. Come on now. He likes the elderly. He might have. He might have hit it and quit it. We was just trying to be nice because nobody wanted to be a bully. Right. Right. And I was always taught to respect my elders. I'm not gonna say and disrespect this lady unless I got a reason to. An absolute reason to. And then even with that, I might hold back on some of my feelings. Truth be told, most of us knew something was off about her from the jump, right? That's a fact. She said a lot of stuff, right? Any way you angle it, it makes no sick sense. Piccolo, what's up? Yeah, I'm up. I'm well rested. Said maybe she smelled like a fish tank. Oh wow. But what I'm saying is, she told us that she used that money to pay for the lawyer. Now, wouldn't there be a bank statement of you taking that money out and giving it to the lawyer? And wouldn't it be a receipt from the lawyer saying that you paid him that 68,000 at least? At least. At least. At the very least. But yet you're giving us the runaround. It's been 2 weeks now. Yeah, my bad. She said she wanted to put together a PowerPoint.
He followed proper procedure, whether he has uh, 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 what did they call it? Donors, um, tax exempt, or whether um, I would have to read the legal term to you guys before I lose my train of thought. So it's to show that she was a donor. She gave this money. Here are all her cashier check. She never received any receipts. So now he has to give accountability for that money. And then they're gonna show that hey, there was a settlement. Um, she did get paid this for her hardship regarding a business deal that
You're
um,
right, Mr. Judd.
that didn't go well, and then the donation money. And then for the others, they all submitted copies of every cent that they gave to FDMG, and to show that they never also received any um, receipt. So a letter from the attorney that's representing the party of 40. Uh,
Right, that's a fact. Like when it come to like this YouTube shit, if you making a claim, especially if it's against someone, I need receipts. Don't jump in my chat saying blah 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 unless you pointing in me in a direction where I can find and see it for myself.
will be sent to him to show good faith that we're willing to sit down and to give him a chance to give an explanation to why the school hasn't been open or when will this school be open, and then to give explanation on how the donation money is used. Is it being used appropriately uh, for what the donor has given the money for? Uh, so, like I said, I was elated when I got the paperwork. I called everybody, and none of them were surprised when I called. They're like, Marianne, why did you know you were going to call? Um, I called everyone. I was outnumbered. You have to understand, these are conscious people, and they wanted to do the route of sitting
Right, John
and
Doe.
going to court. It's not a thing they really practice. That's
Yeah, if you
definitely
stupid.
extreme last resort, and he knows this. And I think he preys on that. And also for me, with someone with religious background, they advise you to take one or two settled matters. Court is also used for a last resort. Um, but um, what I want to say publicly is there's a lot of people that may not get their money back, but I'm glad that I was able to retrieve mine and help um, a select few to get their money back and to stop him um, from preying on the community, from preying on Black folks, period. Um, this shenanigan coming to an end. So I'm glad I'm able to make a difference. So um,
Do you experience inappropriate behavior from a bishop, church? Damn, we trying to get Bishop now too on commercials.
I should say this, but so me, I footed the legal bill family and I didn't flinch. Um, when the settlement is um, settled, when they give everybody their money, legal fee will be taken out equally from everyone and I will be reimbursed. Like I said,
So she's saying that that's what I'm saying. She said she said that she gave that money up for people's lawyer fees. Now, Information Man, what's up, good brother? Shout out to Information Man. Definitely go over there, subscribe. Got a lot of great content. What I don't get is, where's the receipt from the lawyer for one? And I don't think $68,000 is enough to pay for 30, 40 people's legal fees. 40 people? 40? Think about it. A lawyer charging for a case like that, if they charge anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000, right? 68 grand for 40 people, including herself. That's 40 people. I don't know how we let that slip by too. How the hell we ain't catch that? That ain't enough. That's really not enough. 40 people. 60K for 40 people. And then you could have showed us the receipt from the lawyer saying that, when you pay the lawyer, they got a little slip book. Usually, well, my lawyers, they got a slip book where they give you the receipt right when you pay them. They give you a little slip showing that you paid them. Why didn't you show that? But the fact of the matter is, how did we not catch $68,000 for 40 people is not enough. It really isn't. And the way that she, Brother Polite is her lawyer, you funny as shit. The way that she presented it, how fast the case moved. I'm guessing that lawyer is charging way more than a 1,700 per person. As quick as she claimed that this thing moved, that's like a $10,000 lawyer. Said no, her lawyer was young Pharaoh. He went into court saying, "Nah, we need our money. This is fictitious litigation. You're violating our human rights." But yeah, says that equals out to about 1,700 a person. But I strongly doubt that. As fast as she claimed that case moved, that's a high price lawyer. That's gonna be a lot of money, whole lot of money on. And it just that just don't add up to me. It doesn't add up to me. Where they do that at? It doesn't add up to me. Lawyers typically bill by the quarter hour. She would have an itemized accounting of how the money was spent from the lawyer. That too. That too as well. 107 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. And if y'all want to support the channel, the Cash App, PayPal is at the top of the chat. We do have a streaming goal of $15. I think somebody sent seven. So we're at $7 right now. So that means we need $9 more to reach our goal. So if anybody wants to help out, but put into that, Cash App, PayPal is at the top of the chat. Or if you just want to simply support the channel, you can send a super chat. It all counts and it's all appreciated. All lies with no receipts. That's what I'm saying. You ain't got 68 cents more. So Uma, you funny as hell. Hold up. Trey just sent me something. I think he playing. Hold up. Let me check this out real quick. Hold on. They playing her members only video on live. Hold on, he just sent me something. Hold on. I think we got that members only joint. Let me see. Ah, they found it. I felt that. Ah, they found it. Hold on. We got it. I'm glad I did not pay that fucking $3.99. Hold on, we got it. What took place? Hold on. Let's go back. They playing it on live. Let me get a channel name shout out because they deserve their credit. Information man, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. And I appreciate it, man. Like I said, we all trying to do our part in this whole struggle and fight. I mean, even though she said it a lot, we're all trying to do our part. Uh oh, it's Kojo WWMG. Oh, Kojo thought that I called him. Did I call him? He said I called him a idiot or something like that last night. I don't remember calling him that. And if I did, I apologize. I don't know why I don't remember doing that. But shout out to him. He's playing it now. So let's fast forward the countdown. And let's see what Marion talking about. Okay, I'm a little early, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Today is the 28th. He fast forwarded. I think he like sped up the 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 video, so she sounds squeaky right now. She sounds like a cartoon, but this is her. I'm looking at it right now. It's been a whirlpool the last week of February, and um, bam, we got at you. Should have came on and talked to the paying channel member, um, and due to the light of what took place, that's the least I can do is come on here. If anyone will drop off the paying members, um, I thought it was appropriate to address them if they're not renewing for next month. Coming into this space, I made myself extremely vulnerable. If you guys watch most of my video, I film in my home, the privacy of my home. So moving forward, when I do go live, it'll be for paying members only. I'm gonna kind of fall back going live
publicly. Not to say that I won't, but
Wow, let me find out. Marianne pulled a fast one on us because it's a hot topic right now, right? And she know people are going to want to hear the next thing she's saying. So she's putting it on members only to force people to get the membership to pay for it. You went from trying to claim allegedly trying to take Umar down to making people pay for your responses to the lies that you told. That's wild, bro. Like that's fucking crazy. But she only gonna have one or two times to do a video and not talk about the receipts or what's going on for them to be like, all right, we ain't watching no more. I'm surprised she still got members over there. She lost 2,000 subs.
won't. But I'm just gonna probably wait 6 months before I do like public live. And um when I do
She said she gonna wait 6 months before she do another public live. So to me, it sounds like what she's saying is, right, I'm going to make people pay for whatever information I'm bringing to this whole blown up story that's about her. And about 6 months, it's all going to blow over. That's when I'll start speaking publicly again. So right now, you got to pay for what she's saying while it's a hot topic. And once it blows over, that's when she'll come back. Oh, lady, you fucked up. You all the way fucked up on that one. Yeah, 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 man. This sound like some Umar shit. You're doing exactly what Umar just said he was going to do. He's not doing no more lives unless they're paid lives, and that's basically what she's saying she's doing. Yeah, she knows it's the end of the road, so she's gonna try to suck every dollar out of this motherfucker while she can. Don't forget, she's in the film industry, and a lot of these motherfuckers believe uh, 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 all publicity is good publicity, whether it's good or bad. You can make money off of it, whether it's good or bad. And in some case, a lot of cases, it's like that. And she feels like, okay, I'm gonna suck this dry. I'm gonna squeeze all I can out of it. And once it blow over, she think everybody's gonna forget in 6 months. And when she resurfaces, it's gonna be something different. Lady. The second you pop your head back out, the second you pop your head back out, we going right back at it. So where that check at, Marianne? It's been 6 months. We ain't seen that check. Yeah, that's crazy. Charging for story times. Charging you for the ums. That's crazy. She charging you for the ums, yo. Charging it.
kind of fall back on live publicly. Not to say that I won't, but I'm just gonna probably wait 6 months before I do like public live. And when I do the member only live, um, I'll interact um, with my channel member. Also, the reason I wanted to come to you guys is the unfortunate situation that happened with Mr. Honor and I. I think this is my opinion. I think due to his compulsive um, obsession on concentrating on Umar Johnson, and due to
Wow.
towards him. Us connecting, that was perhaps not the best, um, not the best combination. And I think um, the line became blurry. On
No, lady, you fucking lied. Why do you keep trying to yo? You are still consistently trying to throw Lennon under the bus. Yes, on his part, yes, his obsession to take Umar down, he overlooked that fake check. But that's his only wrongdoing in all this. However, you are the one who presented the fake fucking check and still have not given us no receipts for the check. Lady, like, what the fuck? Right, that's what I'm saying. Due to his obsession with Umar, and so you ain't had. It seemed like your obsession is a lot worse than hers. It seemed like your obsession. I mean, your obsession is a lot worse than his because he ain't presenting no fake evidence other than the shit that you gave him. The lines got blurred. Yeah, right, lady. Going on his joint. No, it wasn't you going on his show that fucked it all up. It was you lying to us. She is taking no accountability for this shit, and she's just trying to throw Lennon under blame. The whole shift, the whole blame on Lennon, on Leonard, Lemon. What's she calling?
us connecting, that was perhaps not the best, um, not the best combination. And I think um, the line became blurry on both parties' sides. What I want to say is there is no one
Yeah, this is her paid members live that she just did about an hour ago.
when he asked me what I felt that he should have handled the situation offline, not online. Um, he should handle it offline. Reach out to me because there's a rapport between the both of us. Reach out to me, and I would have reached back out to him. We would have discussed the situation like two adults offline. By him taking it publicly like that, I felt that was a form of betrayal.
How, lady? Unless you're hinting that he knew. I mean, you did try to say that he knew that the check was fake. You tried to come with that. But either way, you're still admitting that you knew the motherfucker was fake, and you're mad that he didn't take the blame for it. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like you're mad that he wouldn't throw himself under the bus with you. You put the check out there knowing the shit was fake. You came up with this fake ass story, not Lennon.
And I really didn't appreciate that. You know, um, when I gave him, when he asked for the check and I willingly sent him a copy of the check front and back, I kept him blow to blow of what was going on. Um, he he knew. I sat down. He knew. Um, I signed a disclosure. He knew there was a live check. He knew. And then when this channel um, member KKC was going to blow the entire thing up, he had to Mr. Honor had to detach himself.
Wait a minute. Did you just try to blame it on KKC now? Hold on. Let me go back and make sure I heard that clearly. Because it wasn't KKC that originally. Well, KKC was the one that originally said, uh, you know, where are the receipts? But it wasn't KKC that blew the picture up. So now you're trying to throw him under the bus. You're shifting a blame. And what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing and seeing right now is this lady is shifting the blame on everybody else but the person that presented the fake check and the fake stories. KKC didn't come to us with no fake story. That's what I'm saying. She willingly sent him a fake check. KKC didn't come to nobody with no fake story or no fake check. Lennon didn't come to nobody with no fake story or no fake check. You did, and then you put it on his platform, and then when he saved himself, like fucking real. I ain't, if he really didn't know, why am I taking the blame for you? And he took the blame on his part for not catching it. What do you want him to do? Keep taking the full blame for some shit that you did? Lady, you're out of your fucking mind. Yeah, KKC was suspicious from the beginning. When she first brought up the lawsuit thing, you can go back to my video in the very beginning of the live. I literally said this. I was like, I'm not trying to say I believe she's lying or anything, but has anyone seen any receipts for this? I kept saying that too. But KKC was the one that stayed firm on it and was like, I need some receipts, lady. Because I'm looking it up and I ain't finding nothing. Where's the receipts? But now it seems like she's shifting the blame on everybody else. No accountability. Lady, I don't think you realize that this sweet old lady shit ain't that the sweet old lady act, that shit ain't working no more. That shit is not it's not flying no more. We don't give a fuck. We're way past that right now. I'm sorry. We are way past giving a fuck you being a sweet old lady. Because obviously you took advantage of that. Shout out to the motherfucking pull up team.
When he asked for the check, and I willingly sent him copy of the check front and back. I kept him blow to blow of what was going on. Um, he he knew. I sat down. He knew. Um, I signed a.
And you keep trying to tell us that, your story is evolving about Lennon too. Every time I hear it, I hear a new detail. And now you're trying to imply that he knew that the check was fake. And by that, you're telling me that you knew it was fake too. So what you're trying to imply is that you and Lennon came up with this whole plot, which I think is bullshit.
Disclosure. He knew there was a live check. He knew. And then when this channel member KKC was going to blow the entire thing up, he had to Mr. Honda had to detach himself from me and throw me overboard. And
Throw you overboard. He had to detach himself from you. He gave you an opportunity to present some evidence. He sat there for a whole hour or two defending you, like literally defending you for a whole hour. What do you mean? And then you jumped up there yelling and screaming at him because he tried to explain. He didn't go live to throw you under the bus. He went live to give you grace and tell everybody, look, let's give her time to, give us some real receipts and explain what's going on. You jump out the window and showed your true natural colors. Exposing equals throwing overboard, right? In her eyes. But he gave you grace. He said, I'm going to give her grace and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. That's all he kept saying. Then you ran up there screaming and yelling at him, and he still gave you grace. A day or two goes by, you still show no receipts, but still try to throw him. That's the crazy part. All we saw was you throw him under the bus, And now you're trying to reverse psychology. You're trying to reverse manipulate motherfuckers. We saw you throw him under the bus, and you're still doing it. So you left that man with no choice but to defend himself. Yeah, she want linen subs.
And when I asked myself, how real was the connection? Because I was real with them. But I don't want to dwell on that. Um, I just want to thank all of you that
How you say that you real with him and you sent the man a fake check putting his whole channel in jeopardy? You know Umar probably could have retaliated and hit him with slander and defamation, and he could have lost his whole channel. Maybe that's what you wanted, because it seems like your tactic right now is to still blame the whole thing on Lennon instead of saying the check was fake, that was on my part, um, and present some real receipts of a check. Wouldn't you think that would be the smart thing to do if you really wanted Lennon to look like the bad guy? You'd be like, "Oh, that's my fault. I sent the wrong check. Here's the real check. He didn't have to do that. Blah 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 blah." Even though he didn't, but that would have been a better narrative than you sitting here trying to throw him under the bus and still present no fucking tangible receipts. Not one piece. You have not shown a shred of paperwork. All you showed us was a picture of you in the bank, a supposed bank, and we who knows when the fuck that picture was taken? Who knows when you took that picture?
with them. But I don't want to dwell on that. I just want to thank all of you that were supportive during this crazy ordeal. I really appreciate it. Um, it's very unfortunate. I will continue to do content. I'm just going to put myself in a more protective um, angle being in this space. Um, I felt like I made myself a tad too vulnerable in this space. But like I said, I'll continue to bring content. I have a lot lined up for the month of March.
You made yourself vulnerable. You absolutely did make yourself vulnerable because you fucking lied, lady. Far as we know, you are a compulsive liar. 146 people in the chat. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button as you come in, family. I can't check the likes right now, but I just want to make sure y'all hitting that like button. And we still need $9 more to hit our streaming goal. If anybody wants to support that, Cash App, PayPal's at the top of the chat. But if you generally want to support the channel, you can also send a super chat. It's all appreciated. But back to this lady. We are hearing no accountability on your part. Just you shifting the blame. Lennon didn't come up with this story, lady. And that's why you're doing members only, because you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear people say, we don't want to hear that shit. He didn't have to come to you for nothing. To be honest with you, 63 likes, 146 people in the chat. That's almost 70, 80 likes missing. Hit that like button. I can't do the math in my head right now, but lady, Lennon, to be honest with you, he didn't have to do shit. He could have done a lot worse. He could have did a lot worse. You're gonna be like, I knew something wasn't right with that old lady. I should have checked on the check. She's a liar. He didn't start saying none of that until after he didn't gave you 2, 3 days of grace. And meanwhile, he's giving you those 2, 3 days of grace. You are throwing him all the way under the bus, shifting the blame on him like you're doing right now. And that's when he retaliated, saying the check was fake. Marianne's a liar. I'm not giving her no more grace. And he's not even talking about you anymore. He showed that you were a liar, and he stopped talking about you. And you are still trying to throw this man under the bus. So yes, I'm starting to believe the theory. Maybe you did want his spot. Maybe you did send that fake ass check right there to put his channel in jeopardy. Because when a liar doesn't take accountability, especially a narcissistic liar, they don't take accountability, they just shift the blame. And that's exactly what you're doing.
And I, it really saddened me the way thing went down between him and I. I felt he handled it so poorly, and it caused an avalanche on YouTube. But this
Still
just
blaming
showed
him.
him well.
Lady, do you not realize that and the fact that you keep blaming, I know why you're blaming Lennon, right? Because you said the dude that blew the check up only had like 3 subscribers. So you figured that because that person only had three subscribers, nobody would have saw that check blown up until he sent it to Lennon. But I've seen people with 1 subscribers get thousands of views. I've seen people with the lowest subscribers and they got like 50,000 on a goddamn video just because it was a hot topic and it somehow slipped into the algorithm. That's how it happens. People would have found that shit. And he could have said he would have sent the shit to KKC too. And that's probably why you trying to throw him in the mix. Either way, that check would have got sent to somebody in this sector. There was no way around you getting around that fake check. Somebody would have sent that. He would have sent it to somebody. He probably would have jumped in my chat, sent it. He could have sent it to KKC, Lady Luck, the Lounge. There were so many other sources where he could have sent that check. There was no way around you getting away with that fake check.
As we both take our own separate path. And for some of you that are here, my channel member, I don't really bring a lot of content to you guys, but due to what happened, I will continue to bring content to all my channel members, but privately, this is where I'll maintain a more personal interaction privately. I want to say thank you for all of you who stood by me and supported me. And I also want to say I'm sorry that, you know, all of this fiasco that happened. And then, like I said, grace wasn't extended to me, but I extended grace to everybody. Um,
Lady, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Hold on, let me make sure I heard that shit correctly. She said,
you know, all of this fiasco that happened. And then, like I said, grace wasn't extended to me, but I extended grace to everybody. Um,
grace wasn't extended to her, but she extended grace to everybody. So you mean everybody didn't give you the time that you said that you needed to present some factual evidence? It's been 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks now, a week and a half, 2 weeks. You have not presented a goddamn thing. And then it was you who said that you were going to live stream going into the bank the very next day. That was your grace right there. Lenny actually gave you 2 days. And all you did was give us the runaround and try to beat us in the head with the bullshit stick like you're doing right now. Just beating your audience up in the head with the bullshit stick. Like what the fuck, lady? Grace wasn't given to you? Listen, we could have done a lot worse. We could have just jumped out from the rip and said, that old, you know what, is lying. Fuck her. She gets no grace. Your check is fake. We don't want to hear it no more. That's what we could have did. That's what I'm feeling like we should have did. But we gave you time to give us some evidence. And you did not give us any evidence. All you keep giving us is this bullshit story. Lady, you're fucking out of your mind.
In the chat room the following day, he did ask everybody. I have to give him credit for that, to be respectful to me in the chat room. But prior to Friday, on Thursday, he literally had to close his chat down. It was just that horrible.
So that right there wasn't giving you grace. Listen to what the fuck you just said, lady. You just said this in the same breath of, lady. What? You just said this in the same breath of complaining that nobody gave you grace, and then in that very same breath, you described Lennon giving you grace.
Everybody, I have to give him credit for that, to be respectful to me in the chat room. But prior to Friday, on Thursday, he literally had to close his chat down. It was just that horrible. Um, and it's just very unfortunate.
He asked people to be respectful to you. He also said, let's give her time to come up with some receipts. And then the next time, he had to turn the chat off. You know how much money that he lost in them super chats? That he had to turn the chat off? I don't know if you can still send a super chat. I know you can send the one afterwards in the comments, but I'm assuming that if you turn the comments off, you can't send a super chat. That's what I'm assuming. I could be wrong. You know how much money that man lost trying to give you grace? And all you did was throw him under the bus. Drunkula. Yeah, it sounds like she might be at a bar. Sounds like she like to go to restaurants and drink. Because she's always in some type of cafe or restaurant. Yeah, right. She's just talking in circles. Just nothing but circles. You said we gotta call that movie asleep from now on. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. I have never. She said this tonight, T Law. She just said this about like an hour or two ago. But the video is on paid members only.
I wish he would have handled it privately, and then that would have just caused so much chaos. I it was just so bad. If you guys look on the channel, I've literally turned off all of my chat on my long form video on my.
Right. You not lying. He took so many L's that night. You know how many people was pointing the finger at him too? You think Lennon ain't take no backlash? And I'm not defending him because, like I said, he had his part on this. If you are cybersecurity, nigga, you should have knew. Even if you wasn't cybersecurity, you should have checked that checkout before you put it up there. And he admitted that. Like that's why Lennon is being forgiven because he admitted his mistake and apologized for it. Have you done that? No. You just sitting here time after time, shifting the blame on everybody else except the person that's really responsible. You, crazy lady. Hey, Day Day. That crazy bitch out there again.
Chaos. I it was just so bad. If you guys look on the channel, I've literally turned off.
Her voice sounds so different because they sped up the video. so she can't copyright do a copyright strike on him.
long form video on my short, um, and on my live, and then I had to also where I post. I
I don't think he cares about super chats like that anyway, but still, I mean, money is money, dog. I don't see him begging for the super chats like, asking for it, but that's still money. Money that goes to his channel. That goes to your payment at the end of the month. That goes towards his YouTube check. Like he ain't, I'm not saying that he asked for it, but he ain't turning the motherfucker down. Because you can turn the super chats off. I do know that for a fact. You can turn the motherfuckers off. So, you know, I don't think he cares. I think he cares about the super chat, but not in the way, um, not in a bad way. Like I said, he's not begging for it or asking for it, but he's sure ain't turning it down. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, it's not easy to run a YouTube channel. It's not easy to, try to keep up with topics and, especially when you got a big family. I heard Lennon got just as many kids I do. It's not easy. It's not easy to keep up with all this shit and these little motherfuckers running around the house. And then you got the jobs and, stuff like that. It's not easy. So,
my chat on my long form video on my short, um, and on my live, and then I had to also where I post, I to also shut down the chat. And yes, Nashana did apologize for his chat room, but we're adults being in the space that was really, really, really. I just thought that was just it was bad. And when I tell you guys it was bad, it was extremely bad. You know, I think he panicked. Um, he is the king within this sector, and the channel. I didn't really want to say the channel, but I'm going to tell you guys who the channel is. It's a smaller channel, comparable to my channel. Well, KKC. When I started in this space, I had 500, and when Mr. Honor, I did Mr. Honor interview. I literally shot to 1,000.
yeah, but you can't compare yourself to KKC because this not his first go around. One, two, he can do stuff without Umar. I've seen him do it. Well, so I've heard. I think I've seen old videos from his older channel where he did other things. You can't compare yourself to someone like me because without Umar, your story we just report on the Umar thing, so we can shift around. You, on the other hand, if you're not talking about Umar, nobody gives a fuck. And the only reason why they give a fuck about what you're saying now is because you lied about the check, and we still trying to figure out where these receipts are. But eventually, that's going to run its course. Then what? Because you coming back to us about Umar ain't gonna work. We ain't gonna. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. Ain't nobody watching them shitty ass films. I'm sorry, lady. Don't quit your day job for that. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Them films are fucking terrible. I couldn't even get through the whole Awaken. Shit was horrible. And I said that before I even knew her. You can go back when I played the video. That shit was terrible. And I said it. I'm sick of the line about that. CC Chuck was threatening her. People kept asking her, why are you hollering at hollering and where's the proof of check, right? She really does look like Franklin and Turtle. I think she looked like Elmo, a crossbreed of Franklin and Elmo.
Where it became 1,500. And when I said I was remaining silent, that core kind of fell off, which I I think is probably best. because we're adults. People can we can disagree and still keep it cordial and respectful.
Lady, that's not a disagreement. This is you blatantly lying to people's faces for months. The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, she never looks in. I'm looking at it right now. She does not look into this camera one time. She does not look into the camera one time. But this isn't a disagreement, lady. People fell off not because they hey y'all we all had a disagreement. They fell off because you fucking lied to our faces for months and kept coming up with these elaborate fake ass stories. And then when we ask you for the proof, which the internet does with everybody, you couldn't give us proof of any of the tall tales that you were telling. That's not a disagreement. Bitch, you're lying. That's what that is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be calling her that, but you're pissing me off now, lady. Because you're not making no sense. You're not taking no accountability. You're pointing the finger at everybody. It's fucking annoying. Like, and once your paid members see this shit, they gonna drop the fuck off too. 182 people in the chat. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Support the channel. Cash App, PayPal, top of the chat, or send a super chat. But back to this. What do you say? Bitch, I don't know what to call you. um, yeah, man. This right here. I've never seen somebody her age with such lack of accountability. Oh, I would hate to be her child. Shit. I would hate to be her fucking husband. Imagine being married to somebody like that. Come up with lying ass stories, and then when you catch her in the lie, she'll take that bitch to the grave that she innocent. And I'm telling you, she gonna take this shit to the grave. She gonna die believing that she wasn't wrong about sending a fake check and it was Lennon's fault. I'm telling you, she taking that shit to the grave.
Um, so I just, you know, those in this space that won't renew, I felt that before they fell off, if they fell off, it was best that I came and I spoke to them tonight. To
Yeah, she divorced. That's what I'm saying. Imagine being her husband. Though I can see why the fuck they divorced. That nigga had to get up out of there. She went through two divorces. You heard? Oh, I only heard about one. So I would have to, do my own research on that part. But I do know she had one. Right? I definitely see why that nigga, shit, she making motherfucker want to commit suicide. Tits McGee. Oh yeah, I heard when she was over on KKC, she was trying to butter him up with the titty meat. They said that's all you saw on the camera was titty meat. She was trying to butter him up with the titty meat. I mean, when Trip Season, Lene was over here getting on her ass, she ain't have her camera on, but she was trying to butter me up to save her. And I'm like, look, man, shit. I don't get in the way of two lioness when they on the hunt. And you lie to our faces. You know what you want me to do? But the most respectful thing I can do is to stay quiet. You said YouTube doesn't like that word. What word? What word you talking about? Oh, unaliving. Yeah, you're right, you're right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You're right. Her husband said he was going to buy bread and never came back. He went to go get them. He said, I'm gonna go get a pack of cigarettes and some milk. And that what the old heads you saying like the from the 1930s to the 1950s, I'm going to go buy a pack of smokes and some milk and move across town, start a whole new family. They was able to do that shit. Motherfuckers moved down the block, start a whole new family, and motherfuckers never knew. Can't do that today. Social media. She's hold on. She's illiterate and mentally unstable. It's scary, actually. Yeah, yeah.
To say, I'm really sorry we had all this commotion that took place on this channel. Um, but this is a space where I'll interact with members. This is the space I'll be a little bit more intimate with my channel member. But moving forward, what I realize in this space, everyone is a stranger in this space, and then you move accordingly as um, as how would I say that connection are made and then as trust is earned. But for the record, I wish he would have come out to his channel member and tell them, hey, I did ask Sister Marianne for the check.
She said, Marianne theme song is my milkshake. Her milkshake brings other boys to the yard. She was definitely trying to lure niggas in with titty meat. So I heard. So I heard. Somebody said she had some big old bitties. I ain't see them. I didn't see them. I wasn't there for it. I didn't see the show. So I heard. They said she had some big old bitties for an old lady, or older lady, and she was trying to flaunt them. Had titty meat all over the goddamn panel. So I heard. Scary Ann. She looks like she's on something in that video. Yeah, she. That's what I'm thinking. She likes to go to restaurants and maybe drink wine and get a little tipsy. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but shit, coming on YouTube like that, yeah, it ain't a good idea. You seen what happened to Hassan Campbell when he was having his fucking meltdowns drunk. I mean, I used to drink a little beer or so when I was working them 12-hour shifts, come home, crack open one, go live. But I wasn't in this bitch just drunk. Once I start to feel a buzz, all right, let me slow down. Before I be in this motherfucker talking some shit that I ain't supposed to be saying. You know? You gotta know when to slow it the fuck down, especially you in public. She went to Clout Chase Bank. She don't do good with plural words. No, she do not. That's her kryptonite. Said he definitely has a type because Lene is busty. Um, like I said, I've never seen Lene from the neck down. I think she's a very pretty woman, especially for her age. I've never seen her from the neck down though. Actually, I did post her channel. To the people that asked me about that, you can go on my last community post. She did do her first video. I think it was earlier today on her channel. She posted it. I put it on. I posted it on my community tab. So if you want to find her channel, I think it's called Lene Stacks.
Trust is earned. But for the
Oh,
record,
back that up. Back that up.
how would I say that connection are made and then as trust, I'll be a little bit more intimate with my channel member. But moving forward, what I realize in this space, everyone is a stranger in this space, and then you move accordingly as um, as how would I say that connection are made and then as trust is earned. But
Did you hear what you just said, lady? When you come to this platform called YouTube, everybody is strangers. Trust is earned. And we gave you the benefit of the doubt without you earning our trust. Is that not grace? Is that not giving you grace? You said it yourself. Trust is earned, right? So that means you have to give some goddamn receipts to prove that you're telling the truth. Now, did you do that? We let you go for what, 6, 7 months, damn near a year, without a single receipt. Is that not giving you grace? The lady, we seen her go off on Carisha Shields, Lennon Niner, Rep Fudge, and the judge in the court. She's a menace to society. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And we've seen you throw your friends under the bus. We've seen you throw the people that you claim that you were mentoring under the bus. You definitely threw those people under the bus. The lady in her marriage, you threw her under the bus. The lady that Umar allegedly put out, you threw her under the bus. You threw Lennon under the bus. You just try to drag KKC into it and throw him under the bus. You have a pet. You are a menace. When you add it, and then you add up all these stories you've been told that you have no receipts for, so we're assuming that you're lying. If you add all that into it, it don't look good. It don't look good at all. Yeah, and you still playing in our faces. And now you trying to get people to pay for receipts that you owe us. Lady, people jumped out the window on their channels to defending you and putting your story out there. And now you think we owe you something. She threw the hairdresser under the bus, right? That's crazy. I commented in Lennon's first live that her story was incoherent and her story didn't make sense. Lennon told me to keep it respectful. That's why I said bye to the fact that I knew. Stand by to the fact that I knew. That's understandable. And I did see some people in the chat say that, like, "Yo, her story not making it. It's not adding up. Where the receipts?" And anytime somebody said that, they were shut down. She was throwing people under the bus to take them down with her. I don't know, man. That's what it's really looking like. Let's get back to this video. Still got a little bit more on it to go.
I wish he would have come out to his chat member and tell them, hey, I did access to Marianne for the check. Yes, I gave him the check. But if he would have never asked, I would have never sent the check to him.
THG, thank you. Appreciate you for stopping by.
And I feel that he should have said, I was aware that she went and signed the disclosure and she got a lot. I felt like he left too many things vague.
Too many vague, too many things. But anyway, he definitely did say that. He definitely said he was sure that you signed the disclosure, and but what fucked it up was they asked him, "Well, did you see it?" And he couldn't. He had no answer for that. By that time, Lennon word, just Lennon's word wasn't flying. We needed solid proof. At that time, just him saying that wasn't working, you know, because now he's under scrutiny. So when they asked him that, well, did you see it? And you know, he couldn't guarantee that he didn't, he didn't see it. Fuck, he's supposed to lie for you? That's what I don't get, lady. You're just mad that Lennon wouldn't lie for you. That's what it sounds like to me. You're mad that the man would not he throw himself under the bus and lie for you. That's what it sounds like to me. Because you keep blaming him for not lying for you. All he could do was tell what he knew. But when people start to question, well, did she show you that? Yeah, the truth isn't disrespectful. You're right. And he couldn't, for a fact, say that you showed him that. That's what you're mad at. You just told on yourself. Listen to what she just said. She just told on herself.
He would have come out to his channel member and tell them, hey, I did ask Sister Marianne for the check. Yes, I gave him the check. But if he would have never asked, I would have never sent the check to him.
So wait. So you're trying to say it's his fault for you sending the fake check because he asked after you came to him? Because how could he possibly even known about the check until you came to him to let him know that you got it? So he said, "Can you send me a copy of it?" So it's his fault because you sent him a fake check, but he the one who asked you to send it. So the blame is all on him, right? Wow.
In hindsight. And then I feel that he should have said, I was aware that she went and signed the disclosure and she got her life. I felt like he left too many things vague, too many things vague. And then he knew prior to Thursday because I was told he knew on Wednesday and I was preparing because I felt I didn't expect this to be.
So what you're saying was he gave you 2 days because he knew on Wednesday. By Wednesday, the word was out. He didn't go live about it. He didn't go live about it until Friday. That's grace right there, lady.
For it to go this crazy. But Wednesday, when a channel member reached out to me and informed me that the channel KKC was gonna put me in on rock with this bullshit fake check, and I knew automatically. I'm like, well,
Now you trying to throw KKC under the bus. Yo,
there's no malice intent, and that's how Dollar Bank came into the scene. I'm like, okay, I need to get to the name that was on the check for Dollar Bank because with the certified letter, that check, that circular on YouTube came in there. So I had to get to the bottom of it. Miss Shauna and I, like I said, was not this. I think um, he knew that I did get a deposit in, and we kind of just rolled with it. Okay, everybody know I got paid. That's it. But I think because when this KKC was going to come and blow up the spot, he had to let me take fire. And I just thought, and I asked myself, how much of it, like,
wow, lady, what the fuck is wrong with you? I started about 2 hours ago. We are 2 hours into the live, Nequa. But lady, what the fuck is wrong with you? Let you take fire? Who the fuck else was supposed to take the fire? Him? KKC? because it wasn't KKC that put it out first. It was the person that screenshotted that motherfucker and blew it up. Yeah, she's fucking delusional. Lady, you're delusional. You're still trying to play this sweet old lady act. That shit ain't working no more. Oh, I'm just a sweet, innocent old lady, and Lennon knew. Um, and he just let me take all the fire. He threw me under the bus, even though I was the one who sent the fake check. But he the one who asked me for it. What happened was, I believe what happened was he asked you for. You told him about the check. Didn't think he was going to ask you for a copy of it. And he asked you for a copy of it, and you hurry up and scramble and found that fake fucking check and sent it to him. And when you got busted, you're mad. You're mad. You're blaming him for some shit you did. Ooh man, imagine getting in trouble with her. I think this how you say your name, Twyla. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. Why did she lie about receiving the check from Umar in the first place? I'm still confused on that. She's swearing up and down that she did get a check from Umar. Lady, at this point, you could have told us the truth and started over. All right, look, y'all. I lied about the check. I got a little drunk off of the attention, and I apologize. That's better than you keep lying and coming up with all this bullshit and placing the blame on everybody else, showing how delusional that you are. That's what I would have telling the truth would have been a lot easier than this shit. We'd have been past it by now. Okay, she lied. Move on. But you keep coming back lying over and over and over again. Now I think at this point you're trying to drag the story out and milk it. Because now you only doing paid members lives. So now you're trying to milk the last little bit that you can out of it. You know the jig is up, and the only way for this to keep going is if you keep coming with this bullshit. Yeah, I've never seen somebody victimize themselves so much except for Hassan Campbell. Wee. But Twyla, I hope that I'm saying your name right. Let me know if I'm not. People butcher my name all the time, so I apologize. I'm not doing that on purpose. You are absolutely right. Hold on. Let's see. The star intuition says she switched to the dollar bank when she couldn't get any. Hold on. When she couldn't get anything half believable from Chase Bank and Huntington Bank, but Dollar Bank may have been a bank she could at least show 45K from a previous transaction. That's exactly what I said. I said I think she's making an excuse to put it in, say that she split the check up so she can go to some transaction from earlier, and that's why she said the 45,000. And we like, lady, we don't want to hear that shit. We want to see the full amount for this, 65,000, 68,000. Nobody want to hear you. But her excuse for not being able to show the full 68,000 is she split the check. And I'm like, wow, she's trying to cover her tracks, and she's trying to split it and say she kept a certain amount, and then the other amount she's gonna go find an old transaction. Go back to my previous lives. I definitely said the same exact thing. So you right on the money with that. Great minds think alike.
Um, he knew that I did get a deposit in, and we kind of just roll with it. Okay, everybody know I got paid. That's it. But I think because when this KKC was going to come and blow up the spot, he had to let me take fire. And I just thought, and I asked myself, how much of it, like, how much of it was like real, like the connection that I had with them. But like I said, I don't want to dwell on this. Um, I regret opening my home the way I did. Um, but
Victim, victim. I regret opening my home like people was invading her spot and we found out where she lived or something like. Come on, lady. Come on, lady. Come on with the bullshit. Come on. I opened up my home and the fuck. Oh, I said it right. Okay. Uh, ugh. What is what is you recording in your house got to do with any of this? You're trying to sound like a victim. You're trying to be a victim, but we are way past that. Now, have you had showed us some receipts? I'd have been the first to jump out there and be like, you know what? We was wrong. We shouldn't have came at that old lady like that because she got the receipts. But you keep coming back with bullshit and placing the blame on everybody else but the person responsible. At the end of the day, nobody told you to come up with this story. What you're mad is that you came up with these stories when you first came out. You came up with that whole Umar being a terrible person during the shooting of the movie, and we believed you. You didn't have to show us no receipts. Then you came out with the whole Umar harassing you and this, that, and he trying to sue you. Didn't ask for no receipts. Then you come out with the you got money from him. That's when we start asking for receipts, and you're mad. You thought that we were going to continue to keep coming up with these fucking stories without showing no receipts. That's what you're mad at. You're really mad that you're mad at two things. You're mad that Lennon didn't lie for you. That's why you keep talking about I thought we had a connection. Not enough for him to throw himself under the bus, lying for you. Remember, you said we are all strangers on this motherfucker until trust is earned. You have not earned any trust. Yeah, you didn't earn it, but you got it in the beginning. That's grace.
like I said, I have a lot of things lined up for the month of March. I'm an artist. I make feature film, and this too shall pass.
No, you ain't an artist. You autistic. An artist and autism is two different things.
Home the way I did. Um, but like I said, I have a lot of things lined up for the month of March. I'm an artist. I make feature film, and this too shall
She got a lot of things lined up because she made feature film.
pass. I just wish it was handled totally differently. I have an excitement month coming. I have a lot of stuff lined up for the month of March, and like I
She has an excitement month coming up, y'all. I wonder what this excitement month is. I wonder what this excitement because she has a lot of
it was handled totally differently. I have an excitement um month.
she has an excitement month coming up. And she said it was she it would have been handled differently. Yeah, lady, we wish you wouldn't have fucking lied. Said I bet she has a mugshot. Oh man, Bojo crazy. Bro, I mean, lady, how do you, I'm not I'm still trying to figure out how the hell, like, how the hell do you believe that it could have been handled any differently? You lied, and we caught the lie. I think you're projecting how you feel about yourself on the other people. You know you fucked up. You fucked up, right? You know you fucked up. You fucked up. You should have just stuck with the first two stories. But no, You got drunk off of the attention that you were getting and how big your channel was growing. So you had to come up with more elaborate stories. Well, I wouldn't call them elaborate, but you had to come up with more stories about Umar to grab our attention because nobody was watching them goddamn films. And you wanted your channel to grow. So you came up with more and more and more stories. But the lies, when you pile up a bunch of lies like that and people start asking for receipts, that's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked up. Yeah, she went to three different banks for one check. How the hell? Said the broken English is a ploy. It might be to get you to feel sorry for her, because it's starting to sound like you're doing it on purpose, lady. Like there's too many words you fucking up. You don't put an S on no plural words. None of them.
I regret opening my home the way I did. Um, but like I said, I have a lot of things lined up for the month of March. I'm an artist. I make feature films, and this too shall pass. I just wish it was handled totally differently. I have an excitement um, month coming. I have a lot of stuff lined up for the month of March, and like I said, it's unfortunate what took place, and I apologize to my paying channel member um, with the, of what took place. Since this is a more private space, I'll do more content within this space on a more personal level. But for a while, I will continue to leave my chats on all my videos, regardless if I post something new. All chat will be closed. The only place I will allow chat to be open is on for my channel paying members only. I will not film in my home anymore. Won't do that, and I will maintain the interview format, and um, I will bring. And I think I told you guys that the making of Awaken. It's on its way. So this is one feature film. I'm looking at, to drop that film in June. I will.
Wait. Pause. Hold the boat. I thought you said that's the whole reason why Umar paid you to not show the making of Awaken. You fucked up again. You fucked up. And what does filming in your home got to do with anything? That's what I'm still trying to figure out. Yeah, I won't film in my home. Who gives a fuck, lady? Where you film at? Nobody said anything about your. Oh. You're mad because you tried to flex on people and people found out that her home was a bunch of bullshit. Is that the case? But you just fucked up right there. You said the whole reason why Umar paid you was to not show that behind the scenes film. Sorry, y'all, it's a motorcycle riding by. I hate that they got a lot of fucking bike clubs around here. These motherfuckers be revving their fucking bikes. I don't understand why you want a vehicle so fucking loud. It's annoying. But anyway, you fucked up, lady. You really fucked up. Because how the hell did he pay you not to put the shit up, but somehow you about to put it up? Make that make sense. Now you're saying you're gonna post it. So which is it? Did he pay you to keep quiet on that, or did you just fuck? Well, you're basically telling us that you fucking lied. You're basically telling us that you fucking lied from the very beginning. Said she wasn't flexing. LOL. Laughing my ass off. But I don't get that. You said that he paid you specifically to shut the fuck up. For one, shout out to Lady Luck for pointing that out earlier. You said that he paid you to shut the fuck up about him. So wouldn't that be a conflict of the contract? The thing that the thing that you signed to take the check? Pretty sure she had that agreement as, don't talk about me no more. Don't mention me, no nothing. And damn sure don't drop that video. That's what you said the whole check was about. That's when we should have caught on too, because she kept talking about him, and now you're saying you're about to drop the footage. That's her last hoorah. That footage. She gonna stay quiet and then drop that footage of behind the scenes and make Umar look bad again, and it's gonna build momentum again. Lady, you didn't already fuck that up. You should have put that out from the very beginning. 192 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in, family. Man, this fucking lady is crazy. She fucking up my thoughts. Yeah, hit that like button, and we need $9 more to hit our streaming goal. So if anybody wants to be the unsung hero tonight with that last $9, Cash App, PayPal is at the top of the chat. But like I said before, if you generally just want to support the chat, you don't feel like doing all that extra stuff, you can do a super chat as well. But the $9 is separate from the part of the streaming goal. That's for Cash App or PayPal. But either way, it's all accepted and all appreciated. But most importantly, make sure y'all hitting that like button, family.
Have a premiere. It will circulate in theater, but I will bring it
Yeah,
to YouTube.
that's what I'm saying right there. That's what it's called, an NDA. She said she had to sign a non-agreement disclosure, right? NDA, right? So how are you able to drop this video? And how the fuck is you able to continue to keep talking about this man?
It's on its way. So this is one feature film. I'm looking to drop that film in June. I will have a premiere. It will circulate in theater, but I will bring it to YouTube. For the red carpet,
It will circulate in theater. Who the fuck is going to the theaters to see making of a terrible movie? Yeah, her delusion has no bounds. Like she has no bounds in her delusion. Like how, where, how, what, who, what, where, why? How do you think that people ain't even go to the premiere to see the motherfucking movie? You think after they did seen the movie and thought it was terrible, they're going to go watch the making of it? Unless he got that footage of Umar being the person that you said he is, ain't nobody watching that motherfucking joint. Uh, Big sis, thank you for the $5 cash app. Appreciate that. So now we are $4 short on our streaming goal. So whoever wants to be the unsung hero on that, cash app, PayPal's at the top of the chat. Just need $4 more, family. $4 more. Thanks, big sis, for the $5. I know you barely had it, but next time make it 10. Ain't that what Umar said? No, no, for real. I appreciate it. I don't give a fuck if it was 50 cent, or fucking 1 cent. It all money count. Money is money. Like you said earlier. I was just playing being Umar. Thank you for the $5. I know you barely had it. Next time make it 10. Who says that shit and people just keep donating to him? Oh my God.
so this is one feature film. I'm looking to drop that film in June. I will have a premiere. It will circulate in theater, but I will bring it to YouTube. Um, for the red carpet grand opening, you guys will see it as channel member. You will see it at the same time that they're viewing it at the theater, and And then the following day, after theatrical release, um, I'm I'm debating if I will keep it only for channel paying member, and then I or just release it on TV. So I don't know.
Wait, what? Lady, your business strategy is fucking horrible. Put that shit on YouTube. You ain't getting no money off Tubi. You be better off getting it putting that shit on YouTube. And then if you put it on Tubi, ain't nobody being no paid members is watching that shit on your channel. Why the fuck would they pay for it when they can go watch it on Tubi for free? Like your business strategy is fucking hard. And then you think people gonna go to the theaters and watch that shit? In the words of Moneyboy Trey, y'all done let a lunatic into the building. We didn't let a lunatic into the building. Hey, Day Day. That crazy bitch out there again. Said Tubi blocked her number. Um, Lady. First you gotta get the actual movie onto Tubi, right? I don't think Tubi's gonna take the making of a movie that they don't even have. Wouldn't you want to take that Awaken off of YouTube and put it on Tubi and then try to get it on the making? I like your business strategy is terrible. That's just I ain't trying to be a dickhead. That's just facts. That strategy is horrible. Mr. Knowledge, I'm guessing that Slap Live is over. I gotta go back and watch it. Finish watching it. I was over there on the panel before I went live. That shit was hilarious. Slap going up, man. I'm so proud of him right now. I'm so proud of Knee Slap right now. If y'all don't know who Knee Slapping Entertainment is, if y'all like to watch the funny videos of Young Pharaoh, definitely go over there and subscribe to Knee Slap Entertainment. He got all the new Young Pharaoh footage. Mr. Knowledge had also we had dropping some of that footage too. So definitely go over there to those two channels and subscribe, man. Those are my brother channels. You know, we all got the same goal, getting rid of these nuts and scammers off of this motherfucker. The people that make us all look bad. But yeah, back to her. This business strategy is fucking terrible. I don't know what the fuck she thinking she finna do. Crazy nut ass. In Philly, if you get called a nut ass nigga or a nut, that's like equivalent to a white dude calling you a nigga and then spitting in your face afterwards. Or if you get called a bookie butt, those are the two most insulting things. You fuck around and get shot calling somebody that shit out here. They do not play. They do not. And if you get called a nut ass nigga, 9 times out of 10 you a nut ass nigga. If you get called boogie butt, 9 times out of 10 you a boogie butt. Well, those are the worst things you can call somebody in Philly. I know. I'm so proud of the work that we've been doing, but Slap definitely earned his spot. You know, I'm not saying I didn't earn my spot, but I don't. I ain't used to. Y'all never see me give myself flowers like that. I'm just little old Remy.
I'm I'm debating if I will keep it only for channel paying member, and then I or just release it on TV. So I don't know. Um, we'll see. And also, I'm a type of person when something happened, I go into creative mode. I do
Hold on, that's her. That ain't that. That's her. Hold on.
something happen, I go into creative mode. I do
Yeah, it blanked out on her shit. Hold on. All right, there we go.
go into major creative mode, and then I call it content creator. And I just thought As much as I explained the check situation, perhaps in a film will be better explained to all. So I'll bring you guys two feature film. We'll bring you the making of Awaken, and I'll bring you content creator. Um,
Yeah, that's where it go out. There go knee slap ENT right there. Y'all go to my brother channel, knee slap entertainment. Like I said, if y'all want to see some good young Pharaoh footage with funny commentary, he got skits and everything over there. Definitely go over there and subscribe. Yeah, but I think her thing went out. Yeah, that's where it stops at. Yep, that's where that video stops at. So basically, she said a whole shitload of nothing. So back to the video that we were watching before that, before we were so rudely interrupted with that bullshit. Not saying that the person that told us rudely interrupted. I'm saying she rudely interrupted us with that bullshit. Lady crazy. Oh man. Y'all done got what's that lady name for misery out here? Oh, you just ended it? I know. That's why when I saw Mr. Knowles come over here, I was like, "Yeah, Slap Joint must be over. I gotta go back and watch it after this." All right, now let's go back to the video we was watching. She's telling us about her little case, and you know, just a bunch of bullshit stuff. This story is bullshit. Bullshit, like knee slap, like you say.
Happy to be able to be in a position to give that legal fee swiftly because this was an injustice and
Kathy Bates, that's her name. Yeah, yeah, Kathy Bates from Misery. Wumar, you better watch out. She fuck around, and break your leg.
you know. So we all got the paperwork. Um, um, he should receive his, um, from what I understand, he should get his copy um, at the beginning of the new year. But I also wanted to read.
Boom, right there. What doesn't make sense to me. Why did y'all get y'all paperwork and he didn't get his until the beginning of the year? How long ago was we with this video? Hold on, let's 2 months ago, February, January, February. What we in February, right? February. Oh, March 1st. We in March. So yeah, this was about January, 2 months ago, right? So let's go back. February, January. So yeah, huh? It's not adding up. He says she's hot, but either way, how did all y'all get the paperwork and he didn't get it? I mean, when they send out the paperwork, they all that paperwork gets sent out at the same time. Maybe because y'all living in different states, it could be. Who knows?
Um, process what they did with her. Okay, so when they started with us, they held meeting with all of us, and the step was like to start collecting evidence, which means that we were all supposed to retrieve, like, get every single proof of money that went, and then their legal team, they got obtained a lot of videos of him saying the school's going to be open, school's going to be open, but the school has never been open. That's also an evidence to see why um, he's saying the school hasn't been open. So, and they sent this to us. Let me read it for you guys. Sorry, should be a little bit more prepared. Our job is to solve this case. You all have submitted the proper document of what happened, what each party contributed to the non school at PMG, putting the
Huh?
information in the hands of people who can investigate and who can bring appropriate prosecution. It is advised to not reach out to the, we're not allowed to reach out to Umar. Um, uh, Once we receive our letter, none of us are to be in communication with him. This is an active investigation, and I think in the mediation process, um,
I'm sorry. That was the shortest investigation I ever seen in my goddamn life. I mean, there's years and years of evidence piled up on Umar and they you mean to tell me that these folks cleared that Umar that evidence out within a matter of a couple weeks, a month tops? I think not. It seemed like she reading from some shit that she wrote down. They don't even. They're not even using. She's not even using the proper legal terms. Yeah, yeah. The live that she did that I was just playing slap was members only, and somebody, a member, uploaded it to YouTube, uploaded it so people could see what she had to say. A few weeks. So I mean that didn't make sense, and she's not even using proper legal terms. Like it don't sound like a lawyer wrote that. It sounded like she did. Don't forget she's a script writer.
a certain group, or if it'll be all of us, um, he will have a due process where he will give it a chance to explain what is the process, why hasn't this school come to fruition, how is the donors' money being used. In other words, they're gonna invest. Every state has um, um, a BCI team that will invest if there's fraud within that state. So they're going to do some thorough investigation to see if what he's doing is legit.
She said he's went to school with Eddie and Eddie.
So, yes, family, um, you know, I'm just happy I was in a position we were able to do this, to bring this.
So you saying that they was doing investigations in other states, seeing that there were fraud done in any other states, and you mean to tell me that only took a few weeks? Get the fuck, not even with adding up the videos, and they would have to go all around the country. That's FBI level shit right there, and they can't even do that in a few weeks. Not to my knowledge. So how did just your lawyer do all that? Oh, we should have vetted this old lady from the very, very beginning. Whew. Well, I mean, we learned our lesson. I don't give a fuck. You 100 years old, but dead with a shit bag. I need to see some receipts. Oh, I can't right now because I'm going through my dialysis. Well, get the fuck off my channel. We ain't playing that no more. Like, lady. Oh man, I don't know how the fuck we didn't catch this.
For closing.
I think we were just so excited for some dirt.
Um, and then out of all the donors, there's one person we tried to include, but they kind of reject her out. This is the woman that I was stating. Um, she didn't fit the criteria, so they claim. But they said she'd get an attorney, and the reason she didn't fit the criteria, they call it a romantic encounter, she did give him access to her bank account, where I shared in the live video where he took that $6,000. Um,
Now, I'm glad I definitely went over this part because remember when she was on my channel, she tried to tell Lene when she was over here on my channel explaining the check that the lawsuit the lawyers didn't want to go forward because of this woman. Well, she said it was three of them, two or three of them, right? And she said because of all those three women, they weren't interested. And I was like, oh, that don't make sense because that still would leave 30 something people that they can still use. That's a huge ratio. That's a big difference. But in this video, she's saying it's only the one woman. That's only because he took the money out. They had it. Not only did they have a romantic relationship, she's claiming that he took money out of her account. That's the one that they didn't want to use. The other two are not mentioned, not being used. But then when she came over here on my channel, she's saying, "Oh, that's the reason why they didn't want to go. The lawyers didn't even want to go through it. At first, you said the donors didn't want to go through trial. Then when you came over here, you said the lawyers didn't want to do it because of these ladies. But here she only mentions one. And then on top of that, the lawyer wouldn't have took your money in the first place if he didn't want to go through it.
so they reject her. Um, my heart really hurt for her. When I shared with you guys that I went to therapy, her story and the
She
young
threw
lady
her
who
under the
was
bus
in the
too.
video, as a woman, as a mother, as an aunt, to have nieces, it wore really heavy on me because, um, like I told you guys, he's the one who connected me with this woman because we were collecting testimony for him. And then when this woman shared this heart wrenching story with me, she's like, in her mind, she believed, she was in a romantic relationship with this man. But just because a man is sleeping with you does not mean this person is committed to you. Um, and when he took everything she had, that's all she told me. It took her 8 years, 8 years, which I'm like, wow, 8 years to save 6,000 was for her. That's the time frame she needed. 8 years to save $6,000. Just
See, now this is the sweet old lady act I'm talking about because this is irrelevant to the information that we want. Okay, it's relevant to in a sense that you're telling us that she couldn't be used in the case, but then you throw us off of the case with this sweet. Oh, I'm just so elated and upset about what happened, and then she starts tearing up, and you forget about the case, and then you're like, oh, Umar's a fucked up person because she's crying and she's not even the one that was hurt. She wasn't even the one that was abused. You see how she reels you in with the sweet old lady shit?
is her supposed to be her backup money. She has 4 children. She's a single mother. And when she reached out to him, questioning him for taking the money, he told her he had something to do. He'll get back with her, and she's never heard from him. He literally cut her off now. Literally. So when she told me this story was disturbing, and I gave her counseling. I said, when you're dating a man, one should use reservation.
That's correct.
And I didn't think it was wise. She gave him that much access, but I'm not judging. I'm not judging. My heart went out to her. You
You're right. You're not judging. You're telling her business and throwing her under the goddamn bus. Because if this lady didn't come forward and tell the world that this happened, What gave you the right to do that? What gave you the right to throw this woman's business out there? Not only did you put it out there that she was sleeping with him, she was dumb enough to give him access to her account. You just literally told all her shit, made her look like the dumbest person ever.
Can tell she's a good mother. And then before I had issue with him, it troubled my soul so much. I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, this isn't right." And when I brought the situation to his attention, all he could do was degrade the woman. Oh, you just don't know how many women are in line to be my wife. She's just mad because I didn't choose her. I said, well, we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on, she said, you went in her account and you took $6,000 that she didn't get.
But we're not focusing on this story. We're focusing on the case and why you didn't show us any evidence of that fucking paperwork that you just act like you was reading off. So it looks like you got a pattern of showing fake evidence, of concocting fake evidence. Because first you read this little paperwork that didn't sound like it was written by a lawyer. You didn't show us the actual paper. Fake evidence. You sent Lennon that fake ass check. You made that fake ass phone call with the bank. You showed us that fake ass picture of you being in the bank. It seems like you like coming up with fake ass evidence when you do show some receipts, or when you're claiming you got receipts. It's always fake.
Your permission to talk. You know what? That's not how that went. Did she tell you she got four baby daddies? Just try to deflect the situation. I don't care if she had 10 baby daddies. The point is, she was adamant. She did not give you permission to go in her account and withdraw that money, and you did. And I felt at that time I could have done a little bit more, but I'm not going to sit here and lie
Yeah,
if
Kev,
this
that's
is a
bothering the
man
shit
who
out of me
was
too.
bigger leader, and I kind of fell back. He's like, you mingling what you don't need to be mingling. She's not what you think she is. No, he's not what we think he is. And then the young lady from my movie, um, I told you guys that he put her out and I left her and I really troubled my soul, but I never really went in.
You just threw her under the bus. Basically call her a hoe that just got tossed to the curb. And then what I don't get is, why were you mad at her and not Umar? Hmm. I mean, if anything, you should have been mad at the both of them. You weren't mad at Umar at all. That makes no sense. And that's what makes us believe that you wanted the dick. You wanted the dick. She gets puts out and left outside in the cold. You saw the room. Ain't no lobby in that hotel. It's one of them hotels where you walk from outside into your hotel. It's a motel. The door leads to outside to the parking lot. I ain't, I don't understand why you was mad at her and not him. If anything, you should have been disappointed at her and mad at him. You said nothing to him about it because you wanted the dick, and that's why you was mad at her because she got the dick.
Detail them and publicly tell the entire story. So the casting agent called me. It was a midday. I was at the studio, and she's like, Marianne, um, can I schedule an appointment? I would like to talk to you. I said, oh, perfect. I'm at the studio now. Do you want to drop by? Because she's like, she didn't want to have this conversation over the phone. She's like, yeah, okay. 20 minutes away. Would that work? I said, that's fine. I'm going to be here for another 2 or 3 hours. And she did arrive at the studio. Ooh. My father-in-law was tripping. She did arrive at the studio, um, and then I said, "What is it?" Like, I wasn't alarmed, but I wanted to know what is she wanted to talk in person that she couldn't say over the phone. And then she was like, "Well, um, I know you as an individual. Um, when I'm hearing this story, it didn't sit well with me, and it doesn't sound like your character. Why did you abandon the young lady?" And I said, "Well, you know what? You talking about the girl that went to the room with Umar?" I said, "Nobody abandoned her. When she called, I told her I didn't have room in the car, and I didn't. I had camera equipment, I had food."
That lady, you did abandon her. So why didn't you just drop the fucking equipment off and then go pick her up? Why didn't you do that? But instead you scolded her and left her out there. That's all you did. You scolded her and left her outside.
Because as a producer, I provide craft and feed to everybody, from the actors and people that are on set. I said, I need to go ahead and pick her up. Man, she was there till 7 a.m. in the morning. My heart dropped. I said, "No,
Where you coming from?
I think you're mistaken." She called me at 5 a.m. And said, "Marianne, she was there, stranded, not until
All right, there you go.
7 a.m. So, and understand, she was, what she was giving me, I was dumbfounded. I was just like, my heart just dropped. When the actors, they have a portfolio that they give you with a headshot, professional headshot, with name, address, email, phone number, um, their height, their weight, shoe size, even if they have a distinguished mark or a tattoo, everything, so we can see if that person will fit the character that we need. I didn't call her. I didn't text her. I didn't email. I did get in my car. I didn't even finish what I had to do at the studio. After I finished talking to her, I said, "I'm going to touch base with her and I will follow up with you." I went straight to the young woman's house. Um, she does waitress job from memory serve me right. She lived with her grandmother. I knew that much. And when I rang the doorbell, I stepped, I took 3 or 2 steps back from the porch because I didn't know how it was going to be received. And luckily, she opened the door and she's like, "Miss Marianne, what is it?" She wasn't rude, but it wasn't a warm reception. And I said, "I'm so sorry. Can I talk to you?" And then I did get emotional. And she's like, "Man, what you crying for? What's wrong?" I said, "I just need to talk to you. Can I please talk to you? I'm so sorry." And I remember she's asking me, "What you sorry about?" And then she like, "Well, my grandmother, she don't like, unexpected guests. So we sat on the porch. There was some plan. You could tell the grandmother was into plan." We sat on the porch. I said, "Tell me what happened." From what I'm being told, you were stranded from 7 a.m. So yes, Miss Marianne. Um, he asked me to come. He wanted to go over the scene. He said, um, "Come on." I don't know if she was telling me the truth or she. In other words, she said he asked her to come. He wanted to go over some scenes, but there was some flirting on both parts. So she was a willing participant. She went to the room. So she said when she got to the room, everything was cool. And then she said, "I don't have to get into detail." She was very detailed. "You don't have to get into detail. You guys understand what took place." And then she said, after that, he said, "You need to leave." And then she told me, she's like, "I told him, I said, when you asked me to come, my cousin said, there's not enough gas for me to drop you and come pick you up." or you're gonna have a ride back. And I told them when I was on the phone with you, you told me, come on, we'll figure it out. And she's like, I don't have a ride back. I can't leave. And she said he was insisting, you can't stay here. I'm a leader. They can't pick me up in the morning, and I'm coming out of my hotel room with a woman. You have to leave. And she like called her cousin, and then she's like, I'm still in the room. I could tell he's agitated. When she called her cousin, the cousin said, I told you I didn't have enough gas to come pick you up. Have him call you an Uber or have him figure how you get back here. I can't come and get you. Now I want you guys to understand. I live on the west side. He lived on the east side. Most of my cast and actors were east siders.
It don't matter where that lady lived. If you cared about that lady, you would have definitely dropped that stuff off and went and got her. And then when you saw her, you want to break down in tears and act like you cared. If you really cared about, sorry, y'all, I mean seafood. If you really care about that lady, you would have dropped all that equipment off where you need to drop it off at and went and got her. But instead, you scolded her and left her out there.
So I live on the west side. The guy who I chose to drive Umar around, he was a west sider. So I selected a hotel on the west side of town. Because
Or you could have called that driver to go get her. Thanks for bringing it up. You could have at least did that. See if the driver was available. Yeah, she ain't give a damn.
the producer on the west side, the person chauffeuring him is also on the west side of town. So that's a 45-minute give and take traffic, 45 minutes west to east. So this girl told her there's no gas money to come pick her up.
What what traffic was going to be out in like 2, 3 in the morning? How much traffic was going to be out during that time? Or why didn't you send that girl some gas money to go pick her ass up? You just gave us 3 different ways you could have picked her up, and you didn't choose none of them routes. Make that make sense?
So she told me it got escalated, the tension between her and Umar. And then she's like, you saying when he was telling me I gotta go, I was like, yo, he's tripping. And then she, she's, she got some gunk. She goes, I'm not leaving. I'm staying. And I'm going to leave with you in the morning because we're going at the same place. I'm part of the scene. She told me she literally had a struggle with him. He picked her up, opened his hotel room, and put her out. She fought. She's like, I fought, but I couldn't overpower him. He overpowered me. He put me out. So when he put her out and locked the door, this girl, she told me she started banging on the door, kicking the door, using profanity. And I guess she said she didn't know um, if it's the room to the right, room to the left, but apparently they called the front desk. And front desk came and they're like, what is the problem? She's like, I'm staying here. He put me out. They're like, are you a registered guest to the room? She goes, no, it's his room. But he invited me here. I don't have a way home. I need to get back in the room. They're like, it's his room. If he doesn't want you in there, he has a right.
Hold on. All right, we back.
Other guests. So we're asking you to please leave. And if you don't leave, we're going to call the authorities and have you removed from the premises. And then
So even after finding out that that's what the hotel said, that's what they were going to do, right? Even after finding that out, you mean to tell me you still ain't do nothing to go get that lady? This is fucking ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. But it's getting a little late, so I think that's where I'm gonna stop this one at. We've been going 3 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this one at 3 hours. We're gonna get on out of here, folks. Oh wait. Oh, Uncle Mo is dropping a premiere. So slide over to Uncle Mo TV right now. He just dropped a premiere right now. So he's dropping it right now. So definitely go over there, slide over to his channel. Check that out, which I'm gonna do. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I say, every live stream is y'all who make these lives lit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified whenever I'm dropping this heat. Appreciate everybody that helped us reach our goal. Well, we $4 short still, but that's fine. Appreciate the people that gave us super chat. Appreciate the people that donated. Like always, it's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby, Remy L. You was just tuned in to Rim Rum TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Communicate in over 65. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then.